Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. We are here once again with what has become a staple series of the Channel Tracer podcast. That's right, folks. We are here to talk about the next arc of Pokemon Horizons. Pokemon Horizon Season 3, Rising Hope. But we're just going to refer to it as Pokemon Horizon Season 3 just because it's a mouthful. Welcome to the Channel Tracers podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jay, and joining me is my good friend, Brian. Tony will join us later. He is currently working on fixing some technical issues. His phone's out of commission, so he's out getting that repaired right now. Hopefully he'll join us at a later time, but at least I have Brian with me. What's up, Brian?
Hey, I'm alright. Things are going.
Yeah, so this is our second episode of the new year. I feel like we're starting it off on a positive note. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our year in review episode. It was much more structured than last time, but I feel like we got much more of a handle on it compared to the first time we did it.
Yeah, but also we ended up not talking about as much. I mean, we kind of ended up skipping talking about video games and music.
Yeah, but again, I feel like that's fine because it was more structured and it's a year in review, so kind of going over the stuff that we talked about before, it kind of made more sense instead of just jumping around everywhere.
That there was one big thing that we didn't talk about.
Oh,
weapons.
Oh yeah, even though we all kind of talked about it individually on screen times, but yeah, we did not mention weapons at all, and
Which was a great movie, by the way.
Yep. And Brian and I talked about it off camera, but I even forgot to mention a movie that I saw in theaters, but was so forgettable that I just never brought up in any kind of screen time or anything like that. Which, if you guys are curious, it was Tron Ares. Soundtrack is really good. I think there are some good performances in there, surprisingly. One of them is Jared Leto, but the movie overall is just really boring, so nothing really to say. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed that year in review, and we're looking forward to seeing what stuff we will have high praise for this year. And I have a feeling that this season of Pokemon is gonna be one of those. It's gonna be odd because I caught up with Pokemon and started watching it in Japanese when this arc started a couple years ago, so this is stuff I've already seen in real time. So honestly, I kind of chilled this entire time and didn't really watch until the last minute because I was I've already seen it, I know what happens, I just need to know where the Netflix is cutting off this part, and it made sense. This is just kind of the opening arc. We'll talk about it when we get there, but of course, before we get to screen time or the main event, we will of course first jump right into the news with Brian. Take it away, Brian.
All right, so we have an interesting one. It's about a property that we've been kind of worried about and keeping an eye on.
Is it Revival?
Tangled live action.
Oh, I thought you were gonna finally tell me some Revival news. Dang it. Oh well.
No, sorry.
It's okay.
That one I would have been more hopeful about.
Okay.
This one I'm a little bit more worried about. But I think it could go well, though. And we do know our two leads.
All right.
Tegan Croft and Milo Mannheim.
Neither of those names are ringing any bells for me.
Tegan, she is most known for Titans, the TV show Titans.
Oh, wait, she was Raven? Oh, okay. I did like her. She was cool.
And Milo, he's most known for two separate things. I don't know if you've seen one of them. I know you haven't seen the other one. Currently, the Peyton List TV show, School Spirit.
I haven't.
He plays a big role in it.
I haven't seen that one. I know you've talked about it before, and we were gonna do we were gonna watch it and cover it for the podcast, but I just never got around to it.
He plays a himbo jock ghost that is maybe romantic interest.
So he's the one playing Eugene.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And he's also known for the Disney Channel series Zombies.
My niece used to watch that. I never saw it. My niece used to watch it.
He was the lead in that. And audience at home won't get this, but just for a visual on our personal chat.
Oh, okay, I could see it. I could see it. I'm still waiting on live action Hercules with Ariana Grande as Meg. Give me that, and I think I'll be good.
Yeah, but this Tangled has been shaping up to be interesting. I'll say that. I do know that initially it was reported who was playing Mother Gothel.
Who? I know who I would want. Who I would want personally is Helena Bonham Carter. She just looks like Mother Gothel.
Well, initially the rumor was that it was going to be ScarJo.
Oh, ScarJo's been in a lot of these Disney live-action remakes.
But
She was also Ka in live-action Jungle Book, if you guys don't remember.
Yep, but the rumor also stated that she backed out of the project when she allegedly got the Batman gig.
Oh, okay.
And now the rumored person is to play Mother Gothel is Catherine Hahn.
I could, with how she handles Agatha, I could totally see her pulling off Mother Gothel.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be done the movie is gonna be directed by the same guy that did The Greatest Showman.
You know what's interesting? Like, looking at this picture, she kind of looks like she could be related to Kiernan Shipka. However the hell you say her name, girl from Sabrina.
Oh yeah. Which apparently, if you hadn't been keeping track, there's been a list of supposed actresses and actors that were up for the roles, and one of them was who played young Sabrina.
Oh, McKenna Grace.
Yeah.
I've been seeing her a lot lately. And it's kind of weird, seeing her as a young adult, because she spent so many years playing the younger blonde version. Anytime they needed a young blonde actress to play the main character in a flashback, they would get her.
Oh yeah, indeed. And just anytime they needed smart ass girl.
Yep. I think the first time I saw her was Fuller House.
Oh, I think the first time I saw her was Gifted.
Oh, wait. She was the daughter in The Gifted?
The one where
the X-Men one? That's the one we're talking about?
No. The movie Gifted, where it was Captain America. He was raising his gifted niece all by himself.
Oh, see, I was thinking of The Gifted, the X-Men series that they had on Fox, that was set in a post Fox X-Men franchise that starred Polaris. You remember that one? I used to cover it for the Marvel Report back in those days.
Oh yeah, indeed, I remember that. But no, this one was Chris Evans, where he was a single man raising his prodigy niece.
That was the most recent thing I had seen. The actress who played Fred from Angel, she was the mom in that.
Oh yeah, Amy Acker.
Yep.
Underrated actress.
Oh yeah,
by the way. But,
super talented.
Anyway, so hesitantly excited for this movie?
Yeah, Tangled's one of those ones that, it was one of the last good modern Disney movies. Tangled and Frozen were those last two. I like Moana, but, Moana isn't quite on the same level of quality as Frozen and Tangled.
Also, I feel like out of all the Disney movies to choose to make live action, Tangled and Hercules make the most sense.
Oh yeah, I mean, plenty of Hercules movies have already been made. I mean, Hercules movie is kind of a Hollywood tradition anyways. Also, side note, why didn't they just cast Mandy Moore to play Mother Gothel?
I don't know.
That would have been good. That would have been a nice little homage and callback.
Maybe.
Because, Mandy Moore is, age appropriate to play a Mother Gothel. And she's got the voice for it. At least I hope this is still a musical, because the songs were some of the best part.
And like I said, though, this director,
he did Greatest Showman. Yeah.
Yeah, but he also he's one of those directors that started off as a music video director.
Ah, like McGee.
Yeah, his biggest one though was Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten.
That's a big song from my childhood.
But yeah, so he directed Greatest Showman, and then the only other movie that he's directed was Better Man. It came out in 2024. It was the semi biopic about Robbie. I forgot his last name. I'm trying to Google it, but my phone is being slow. But they replaced Robbie Williams, but they replaced him with a CGI monkey.
Huh.
Yeah, it was weird. I heard it was okay.
All right. But yeah.
But anyway,
again.
So my point is that the director has yet to do something that doesn't involve music.
Yeah, so at least hopefully that'll be preserved.
Yeah.
Because again, the songs are some of the most fun part. Like the I Have a Dream song at the villain bar. That's a blast.
Yeah.
That should definitely be a big number. Obviously, everybody loves the Lantern song. song. I don't remember what the actual name of the song is called, but you know the Lantern song.
Yeah, and the When Will My Life Begin?
When Will My Life Begin is probably like in the top 5 of my favorite Disney I Want song.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for sure.
It's just like her slow descent into madness.
Yep, and it's just so catchy.
Yep.
And it does a really good job of showing her like unhinged personality. But yeah, again, cautious optimism. These live action remakes have been hit or miss, heavy on the miss, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it yet, but I heard the How to Train Your Dragon one was good.
Oh, see, I don't count that because it's not like that's not Disney. I'm talking about Disney live action remakes. I heard the How to Train Your Dragon one is pretty good. It's apparently like closer to the book than because from what I've heard, the movie is very different from the actual books. The original DreamWorks animated movie. I guess the live action is still DreamWorks, but you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Apparently, the live-action one is closer to the book, except they don't. Apparently, in the book, dragons can talk, but they don't do that in the live-action. Thank goodness. I feel like that would have been distracting.
Anyway, the last one that was released was the Snow White one. So.
Again, not Rachel Zegler's fault. Y'all need to stop blaming Rachel Zegler.
But we will have to wait and see about that. But moving on.
Yep. So screen time. I guess Tony can come back to us when he inevitably joins the call. But this is the segment of the podcast where we all talk about the various rabbit holes that have gotten our attention over the past week in between recordings that we would like to shout out or complain about in my case, because I got some complaining to do. So I'm gonna start. So I want to start with something good that I have enjoyed before I just dive into old school J rant mode. Okay, so something I enjoyed. December is when my Audible subscription renews. So I pay for the yearly one, so I get 12 credits every year. So I got my 12 credits. I bought some books. I finally started a series that I had been meaning to check out and listen to. It's called Hades and Persephone by, I don't remember the woman's first name. It's Scarlett St. Clair. I don't know why I didn't just look at my phone. It's a reimagining of the Hades and Persephone myth, but it's in a different world where like it's set in the modern time, and essentially like the gods' original seat of power and place of residence was destroyed, so they descended to Earth and revealed themselves to modern humans, and now are living on Earth. And Persephone is the first goddess born in several centuries. She meets Hades, who is a club owner, very similar to Lucifer in the like the TV show Lucifer.
I think I had mentioned this to you.
Yeah, you had. That's why it was on my radar, and I finally got to check it out.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. Hades is actually very much written a lot like TV show Lucifer. He even has the same ability that Lucifer has, where he can like see into someone's soul
and like get their desire.
Yeah, like understand what their greatest desire and greatest failing is. It's pretty interesting. The book is really good. I really like how Persephone is written. Demeter is a main villain and antagonist, which is very interesting. Also, this book is a slow burn when it comes to the spicy stuff. But once they have their first time, boy, do they just not stop fucking. There is so much fucking in this book. Like,
I have been there, like with reading. That's kind of how Tough Love was.
Oh man, well, I mean, yeah. I already knew. I had already heard the reputation of this series that it was very spicy, and like it is definitely spicy. And something I appreciate is that the smut parts of this actually feel like they were written by somebody who's had sex before, because like the thing about especially when you read romantasy smut, a lot of the sex scenes, like it's not that like I have a problem with something unrealistic. It's a fantasy book. You're having sex with a humanoid monster person most of the time. Like, of course, unrealistic, but like the way like a lot of romantasy authors in particular describe sex is kind of silly.
Oh yeah.
And this actually feels very like passionate and in the moment, and I really appreciate that. Shout out to Meg Sylvan, who is the narrator.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
You ever read Fourth Wing?
No, I heard, but no, because I heard it was bad. Everybody that I talked to like told me that everybody that I talked to that knows my taste told me specifically that I would hate it.
I think the story and the mythos is okay, but there are some things like the spicy stuff which is very interesting. Like I'll just say
the way my friend described it to me, and this is a good friend of mine that I've known for a long time. That like we even have our own one of our pastimes before she had her kid. We're actually starting to get back into it. Is we have a book club. It's me, her husband, who is a friend of mine from college as well, and her. And we like pick a romance smut book and we make fun of it because we like making fun of this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And she had mentioned specifically that like Fourth Wing feels like Twilight because this was clearly written by a repressed Mormon woman.
Oh yeah. But one of the funnier things about the like spicy scenes is that we find out that our main character has like lightning powers. So of course when she climaxes,
electricity.
Yep.
No, and like there's some really good smut in Hades and Persephone, and the thing that I appreciate is that they actually also explore different kinks.
Nice.
Which is cool and very rare, and they don't do it in a 50 Shades of Grey type thing. Like they actually have natural conversation of, hey, I've always been kind of interested in this. Hades, who has lived thousands of years, he's pretty much tried everything. So he's like, oh sure, I can help you with that. Just, tell me at which pace you want to go. It's very consent focused, which I appreciate that because especially when something has a label of dark fantasy, I'm a little concerned a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I've read enough of those to know that it's like a 50-50 toss-up if you're reading something with the dark fantasy tag that grapes are involved.
Ooh.
So thankfully, none of that happened. Now, somebody almost does, but that asshole quickly gets murdered, so no issue there.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a really
hear that author, she has a series and like they're all like that.
It's a really good book, and also how they handle gods and their relationship is really interesting. I was personally just looking for like Hades related stuff anyway because like of the void of not getting to actually meet Hades in our Godbound game. We'll talk about that in our last week in Guam segment after Brian's screen time. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I finished the first 2 books so far. A Touch of Darkness and A Touch of Ruin. There are 4 books in the series. In the main series, I'm gonna start A Touch of Chaos when I start work this week.
Nice.
And so I'll let you guys know. There's also a companion series that is the series from Hades' perspective, which I actually will check out at some point when I finish the main one, because I think that'll be interesting. I really like this characterization of Hades, and one of my favorite characters in this series is who always ends up being one of my favorite characters in most Greek mythology retellings is Hermes. Hermes is the best. I love him and just his constant source of sass. Like they're having a conversation about Zeus, whether or not Zeus will approve Hades and Persephone's marriage, right? In the second book, and whatchamacallit, I think Hermes says something like, "What's the worst that can happen?" It's like, you really think he'd invite you to a feast just to say no to you? And Hades kind of glares at him and he goes, "Have you met my brother?" And then Hermes goes, "Unfortunately, yes. He is my father." And I'm just like, that's great. I love the banter and pettiness between the Greek gods has always been one of my favorite things. It's why I love the Greeks and why I will always try to play a Greek god in a Scion game, because it's just built-in mess and drama. I mean, all pantheons have their mess and drama, but the Greeks have my favorite flavor.
Yeah.
So I
just usually go for other stuff because you know me, I sometimes like to do like the unwalked path.
Oh yeah, no, I don't knock you for it. I just have a personal favorite pantheon, so I'm gonna you know, if we run it again, I'm gonna try another one of the Olympians, but like a different one.
Although I will say that at this point, if we go for a third one, I'm probably gonna go Greek for my third because
Who are you thinking?
maybe Hermes.
Hermes is fun. Hermes is fun. I want to go Apollo. I've done Aphrodite. I've done Hades. Like another one of my favorites is Apollo. I'll probably go Apollo. But yeah, so that's the thing I've enjoyed. Now it's time. Now it's time to just dive into my old bag and start ranting. So I did not tell Brian what this thing is. I just told Brian that I was just.
Wait, I think I just finally figured it out.
Okay. So look.
Because it's not new.
It's not new. This came out in 2022, but I only just discovered it existed because I had heard last time I had heard about it around this time, around 2021 or 2020 when it was first announced. It had gotten delayed, and I had heard all the different production mishaps and
then I know
things
what
like
it
that.
is.
All right, so let's see
After all the clues.
Let's see if Brian is correct. To my personal chagrin, despite my massive love for this franchise through all its ups and downs, because this is actually the first series that I started to review on my original channel that actually got a lot of traction and really put me on the map in terms of being a reviewer. Teen Wolf. I watched the Teen Wolf movie. So let me walk you through it a little bit. I'm not gonna give it a recap, but let me walk you through my feelings. Okay? Let me walk you through my feelings. I love Teen Wolf. I do think the ending was a little rushed, but I think it was satisfying overall. Then, a few years later, I think it was around 2020, maybe it was 2018, somewhere around there, within that time period, I had heard, we're gonna put together a Teen Wolf movie to conclude, as kind of a final epilogue. Oh, awesome! That's dope! I can't wait to see that. I think it was around 2022 when it got announced it was fully in production. One of the first things we hear, Dylan O'Brien is not coming back, and I was like, okay, that sucks, but I understand his star is rising. Maybe he doesn't want to come back. That's cool. Styles is the best character on this show, but it's cool, I guess. It'll be okay. We can do without Styles. That's fine. Then I hear Tyler Hoechlin's not coming back, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Why is Tyler Hoechlin not coming back?
What's the point then?
Then a year later, no, actually Tyler Hoechlin's coming back. I was like, so which one is it? Is Tyler Hoechlin coming back or is he not coming back? And then Tyler Hoechlin actually announced he's coming back. I'm just like, okay, cool. At least Tyler Hoechlin is back. Superman and Lois is over. So maybe this will be a thing where Derek can finally have his own show. I've wanted Derek to have his own show for a while. Cool. We hear about a lot of the other returning characters, and the other thing I'm sad about is that I hear is that Arden Cho, who played Kira, one of my favorite characters, was initially going to come back, but then when she was in negotiations, they offered her half the pay of her other returning co-stars, and she said fuck that and walked out, and then got casted as Azula for Avatar: The Last Airbender Netflix edition.
No,
was it Azula?
Not Azula.
She's not Azula. Who is she?
I don't know, but
I know that she left shortly after she left. She got casted in Netflix Avatar.
But I know it's not Azula because Azula is her actress is the actual girlfriend for Dustin from Stranger Things.
Oh. Huh. I assumed it was Azula because Azula was just the character that she looked the most like. My bad. But I know she got a major role in Netflix Avatar.
I know that she's also in K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, is she?
Oh yeah. She is a non-singing Rumi.
Oh. Huh.
And she's June in Avatar.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, so it really sucks to hear that Kira wasn't coming back. I was like, oh, we could finally get closure on Kira's character, because Kira kind of was just abruptly written off of the show. And if you watched my reviews back in the day, I was very pissed about that, because I really liked Kira as a character. The whole Kitsune arc and all her stuff was really cool. A nice expansion to the lore. But I'm like, okay, it's okay. I was coping. I was like, all right, at least we'll get closure for most of the main gang. Cool. Let's do this. Then I hear it gets delayed, and I hadn't heard about it since. And then recently, like the other day, as of recording this video, I see a video from Friendly Space Ninja covering the Teen Wolf movie, and I was like, oh, it's out. Apparently, it's been out because this video was like from 2 years ago, and I was like, oh shit, I missed it. Thankfully, one of our shared streaming services among the podcast is Paramount, so I went to Paramount, turned on the movie, and man, this movie is the equivalent of Game of Thrones season 8. It was so bad. First off, they bring back probably the greatest villain of the show, the No Kitsune, and they're just kind of lame as fuck. Second of all, this whole plot is to bring back Allison, aka the most impactful death of the entire show, therefore undoing it all and kind of ruining her character. It also makes it really weird because, like, you know, she came back in the same condition as like when she died, but obviously like no holes in her chest, but like, which means she comes back as a 17-year-old. This takes place 15 years after the end of the show, so everybody else is 15 years older. Now granted, Crystal Reed is like in her 40s, so like she's obviously gonna look older than she did 15 years ago, but like in world, Allison is brought back like at the same point as she is when she died, but they still want to have her and Scott get back together, which feels weird, which feels really weird and gross. I don't like it. Also, the action scenes are absolute garbage. Like, the action sequences from the first season of Percy Jackson are better than the entirety of this movie. And one of the biggest weak points of Percy Jackson Season 1 was its action scenes. So that should tell you something. It feels like they brought all these characters back, like, and they wrote the script around who said yes.
No.
And it was all just like stuff was happening, but nothing was really explained. And like it just felt weird. And then they had the absolute audacity to fucking end this by revealing that this entire movie was a backdoor pilot.
Oh yeah, that's right. A backdoor pilot for a TV show that lasted one season.
Oh, the show actually came out? No, yeah, nobody gave a fuck.
I think so. Yeah, because Sarah Michelle Gellar was in it.
Well, I hope you got a good check, Sarah.
Yeah.
But my
Way
God.
more excited for your next project.
My God, this was terrible. Derek, and they killed Derek. I was like, what? No. And also, like, they brought back characters that nobody really had cared about by this point. Like, for example, Colton Haynes, love the actor, played Roy in Arrow. He got his big start on Teen Wolf as the character Jackson, who also was a monster, which, by the way, Jackson in world is a Kenema, a powerful monster with deadly poison, crazy healing factor, super strength, the whole shebang. Does not transform a single time throughout the series. He gets shot and is incapacitated for most of the movie. Completely useless. Also, they introduced an Asian character that wields a samurai sword that was clearly supposed to be Arden Cho, but Arden Cho walked out, so they just gave the character a different name. Also, one of the weirdest things is, for a movie that was supposed to be all about fan service, characters that have super strong connections in the show never interact or barely interact. Like, for example, one of the 2.0 characters that was introduced towards the end of the show, Liam, who was one of Scott's proteges. He had a best friend named Mason. Mason is still around in the town as a police officer, never interacts with Liam, his best friend in this entire movie. They're both in the movie, never interact. Lydia and Allison, who are best friends and were best friends for a very long time. Allison is finally brought back from the dead. They never have a single conversation. They have a scene where they hug and stuff, but there's no conversation about, girl, you have no idea of all the crazy shit we just missed. And then they basically, Brian, they pull an Emerson on us.
Oh no.
At least on the Teen Wolf end. So Dylan's not coming back, right? So we're obviously not getting Styles. So when Lydia is back with no Styles, it was like, okay, so where's Styles? Lydia explains she broke up with Styles, but she breaks up with Styles off screen because apparently, so for lore context, TLDR, Lydia is a banshee, so she has visions when people are going to die. So she repeatedly has a vision that Styles is going to die in a car accident, but since she has it multiple times, it hasn't been locked in yet. So she says, in order to save Styles and prevent that vision from being locked in, she stays away, she breaks up with him because she knows she is in the vision where he dies in the car accident. Like, she's with him. So if she's not with him, it can't happen. So they're not together. Boom.
Damn.
As somebody who shipped those two throughout the entirety of that show, this was, I compare it to Emily and Allison because it was essentially the same thing. This was something that was built up throughout the entire show. They don't get together until the final season, and then they get broken up off screen. What the fuck?
Also, a little bit of meta knowledge for you to like emphasize how bad it is. All that. The TV show that I was thinking about was called Wolfpack, and I googled it, and apparently, despite having the same showrunner, it is technically not a spin-off of Teen Wolf. But I think that might have been just because of the reception of the movie.
Well, yeah, it was bad. It was terrible. I'm never gonna get those 2.5 hours back, and I'm so sad as a Teen Wolf fan that has to be the last thing in the books for this show that I loved as a teenager. Like,
well, you may or may be happy to know, but there are rumblings about them doing a second movie.
I don't give a fuck. They're not gonna get me a second time. They're not gonna get me a second time. Fuck that. Like, I loved this show when I was in high school. Fucking and again, this is one of the shows that like really helped me find my niche as a reviewer, and I got that was a big foundation of my fan base. So this show legit does mean a lot to me. So like, I'm angry. I'm angry that
justifiable.
They just did all these characters such a disservice. None of the writing makes any sense. They like contradict all their lore. There are a lot of those like they kind of forgot moments, which is why I compare it to Game of Thrones season 8.
Oh yeah.
And like the worst thing about this movie is that it doesn't feel like a movie. It feels like they were trying to make a season 7 and they fit it into 2.5 hours instead of 8 episodes. Because there are so many stupid fucking plots. So many stupid fucking plots.
Damn.
And like just none of the characters, like, we didn't even get good fan service of like character reunions and stuff like that. Like, you know, we get a few hugs here and there and like, you know, good to see you, maybe a couple callback jokes, but it felt hollow and empty, and just like they were trying so hard to cash in on the love from longtime fans, but at the same time had the audacity to be like, but this is the start of a new generation. I don't give a fuck. I would rather watch Glee the college years.
Oh dear God.
Like,
that was the thing that sucked the most about that, is they didn't even like fully commit to the college years. They wanted to do the college years and the new school at the same time.
Yeah, which was really sad because, you know, if you look at the new class, from Glee at that period, it's full of a lot of big stars early in their career. A lot of them who populated the CW later.
Most notably, Supergirl.
Yeah,
who's supposed to be the new Rachel,
an actual likable Rachel. Let's fix that, because Rachel sucks.
But her story went nowhere, and the actress got bullied, so they just wrote her off.
Yep, and also this show is what led her into a long-term, sadly abusive relationship. So like, there's a lot of baggage with that. But yeah, I would rather watch that than anything to do with this. this. Like,
Damn.
this has completely soured me on the Teen Wolf, on the MTV Teen Wolf IP. And I loved that shit when I was in high school. It was my shit. I would go and watch that like on time, make it like event TV. Me, Kat, and Mimi, that was like one of our first bonding shows, was watching Teen Wolf. Like I've made really good friendships off of it. It was really the big start of my YouTube career that, you know, still goes on to this day. I owe a lot to the show, and it's always gonna have a special place in my heart. But like, God, that movie just ruined all of it. It's why I can't go back. It's the same thing. I was like, I haven't gone back to Game of Thrones because of how bad season 8 has damaged things. I don't think I'll be able to go back to Teen Wolf.
Well, at least you did House of the Dragon.
Yeah, but like that's not connected to Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? Like that's so far. That's far enough removed where I can separate the trauma.
Yeah, which also scares me though, because George won't shut up, and one of his things that he's saying now is that there's possibly still going to be the idea of post Game of Thrones spinoffs.
Please don't, George. Just finish the damn books. But yeah, that's enough of my rant. I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. I can't believe that one movie was enough to ruin an entire franchise that took up like 5 years of my life. What? Or technically 6? No, it was 5, because I didn't start. I started when season 2 started airing, and I caught up. So I didn't technically start it at the start. But yeah, took up 5 years of my life, all down the toilet. But Brian, I hope you have something more positive to talk about. Well,
oh yeah.
What have you been up to in between podcast episodes?
Well, first of all, probably come as maybe a shocker, an anime.
Okay. Not really, since you've been watching a lot of anime recently.
It's a new anime that just hit. Like, only the first episode has been dubbed as of recording.
Okay.
Sentenced to be a Hero.
Sentenced to be a Hero? I don't think I've heard of this one.
You should. It is basically, it's a fantasy, dark fantasy, and basically it's kind of Suicide Squad-esque, where in this world the worst criminals are sentenced to be heroes. And what that is they have a magic bomb in their neck, and they are supposed to follow what the government tells them to, and like basically go in the front lines and be heroes.
Interesting.
And the thing is this is a little bit even darker than Suicide Squad, because if you die, they'll just bring you back. And each time you die, you lose a bit of your soul, and you only stop being a quote-unquote hero when there's nothing left of you. Even if you like lose your whole entire body in like an explosion or something, they can put your spirit in a new body and still continue to use you as a soldier.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And our main lead, he is badass, but they have hinted at that he has a very fucked up history. And alongside him is a friend who is like basically your stereotypical rogue.
Okay.
If you're playing D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Like a rogue player. And then a character that they call a goddess, which in this world, goddesses are these ancient creatures that of course look like young anime girls, but they can like make to use D&D terms again, a pact with a hero and grant them immense power, similar to, I'd say, like a servant in Fate.
Okay.
Noble phantasms and all. But depending on what your goddess is of.
Okay.
But it is dark, it is brutal. The animation style kind of reminds me of like old school animes like Berserk, but with modern day budget.
Oh, that's a high bar. Interesting. Thinking Berserk comparisons is pretty huge.
And the first episode is 59 minutes. 59 minutes.
Holy shit, a whole hour?
And it has so much action in it, and it is so good. Like, it is. Like, I've heard people say that this is like starting off the season on a banger. And
is this on Crunchy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've heard other people who are more like versed than I say that other animes like JJK have a run for their money if if the quality continues.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And our main, just one last final note, our main character, he is like a brutal like fighter, but also incorporates a bit of magic into it, into
okay.
his fighting.
Interesting.
Like if I was to class him in D&D, I'd say Eldritch Knight.
Okay, that makes sense.
But
I was gonna ask if it was
really
gonna be like a rune fighter type deal or like, but Eldritch Knight makes sense.
yeah. But I'm looking forward to see where we go from here. It's exciting, and can't wait to see your reaction.
No,
to
your
it.
your description definitely has me intrigued. I'm definitely gonna check this out. I'll definitely report back because that has me super interested.
Then for something completely different, the rest of my screen time is like musical based, actually.
Okay, interesting.
Well, first of all, bringing up something that I've talked about before is the podcast One Shot. I listened to their latest, like I guess you could say, arc, which was a game called Last Train to Bremen. And what it is it's an indie TTRPG where you all play anthropomorphic animals, but like BoJack style.
Okay.
And you are all part of a band.
Okay.
And your band made a deal with the devil.
All right, as you do.
And the whole entire game takes place on a train ride. I think to like try to go for one last thing to try to get out of the deal. But the devil is coming soon.
Okay.
Pause.
That is interesting.
It's the system that it uses is based on Liar's Dice.
I don't know what those are.
That is an age-old game. Even played in Pirates of the Caribbean. Like the characters played it.
Huh.
It's basically where you all roll secretly an amount of dice, usually in a cup, and then you each go around saying how many die there are. Like, I bet that there are 3 2s, and then someone raises you and says 4 4s or something like that.
Okay.
And then you go around until somebody calls somebody and they say bullshit, and then you all reveal. And if the person who called it out was right, they get one of the dice from the liar. But if the person was telling the truth, they get a die from the person who called it out.
Interesting.
And it's just a simple game like that, but they made minor tweaks for this game. But the biggest interesting thing about this one shot, which by the way was the show One Shot, their longest one shot to date. It was 6 hours that they chopped up into 4 episodes.
Cool.
It was also a musical.
Oh, nice.
The game itself is not a musical, but they turned it into a musical.
Cool.
An improv musical.
I mean, makes sense with the premise, so.
Because there's actually a like secret person who was also there beyond the players, because this is like a GM-less game. There was a 5th person there, and he was just playing the guitar for them.
Oh, cool.
As they played.
Nice.
And it's like the songs get really dark and really intense, and like the game itself gets like intense, where it's like you find out secrets long driven about the band, and like maybe some people double dipped with the devil and didn't tell the rest of the group. Maybe some of the group are together or were together. Very messy. And one of the things that inspired them to make this a musical was they had their usual GM that's normally there for One Shot, but they also brought in the whole crew of a podcast called RPG Major.
Oh, cool.
Which that inspired me to go and like actually listen to their stuff, and it's really cool. It's like a TTRPG like mystery that is set in like a modern fantasy, urban fantasy kind of place, but set in the 80s.
Oh, huh.
And the mystery that is involved is kind of like that, like fun mystery, like to the fact where to emphasize this, their channel logo that like has all their characters in it is based on the OG Tintin art.
Oh, cool.
So that just kind of gives you a vibe for like what they're going for.
Kind of like classic adventure type thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it's really cool. It also has the improv singing in it too, which can get ridiculous. One of the more ridiculous songs is "Power Walking in the Zoo."
Listen,
but
you you're gonna get music. You're gonna get a musical in a tabletop RPG if you have a table full of theater kids. Like,
Yeah.
shit. One of our earliest experiences that I can remember was when I ran that Power Rangers game and we did a whole Hamilton arc because I was deep in my Hamilton obsession.
And yeah. And last thing I want to call out real quick is, and we don't usually do this, but call out a song.
Okay.
Knowing.
Is that the
by,
Bruno Mars song that just dropped?
No.
Oh,
This one is actually by Tessa Violet.
Oh.
Who, if that name doesn't sound familiar to you, old school YouTuber, like old school vlogger YouTuber around, like when the Vlogger Brothers started, the Vlog Brothers. She used to go by, I think it was Mika Kitty.
Don't think that rings any bells for me.
But she was one of the first, like, OG YouTubers to jump into, like, doing musical professionally and, like, seriously.
Oh, cool.
And I've really liked all of her stuff, but she took, like, a year off, and now she's back with her new song, Knowing, which is all about, like, knowing that you want to change is sometimes good enough, and talking about like changing big changes in life and how it's risky and how it's like sometimes for the better, which definitely makes sense because I believe I heard that like over the break she actually got married.
Oh, good for her.
Really?
And the music video seemingly shows her and her husband moving cross country.
Oh, nice. Good for them.
But yeah, so a lot of like certainties, and so
Understandable.
a lot of those big emotions are like best done through music, and it's really good, and I really liked it. But that's where my screen time ends.
Okay, well, audience, you can't see this because this is an audio-only podcast, but a wild Tony has appeared. How you doing, Tony?
I'm doing all right.
So, you came just in time to for your screen time segment before we jump into last week in Guam, or I guess our final recap of Scion before we have our first Godbound session this coming weekend, or tomorrow for us as of the recording of this podcast.
Yeah. Well, other than like some random nonsense that just happened to me yesterday as of this recording that I'm none too pleased with, I was checking out just some Mary Marvelite videos because he posted 2 within the past couple weeks that I just want to highlight.
Okay.
That being his continued series on the C to Z list villains of the Marvel Universe.
Oh, nice.
Mostly the poor bastards that got shot up by the Scourge of the Underworld.
Yeah,
because remember that particular plot line in
Yep.
Captain America?
Yep.
And some of those villains, and even villains that survived, that weren't even involved in the massacre in the bar with no name. Like the Kangaroo and the 2 dudes that took up that mantle.
I remember the kangaroo.
I remember Kangaroo,
But
but
which
I also
one?
love Obscure.
The Aussie villain or just the random interior designer?
Both?
Both is good. One has a power armor.
Yep. The power
That
armor one is
gave-
the one I remember.
Yep, that's the interior designer. The original was just an Australian dude that really liked Kangaroo.
You know what? That tracks.
Yeah. And then a recent addition to one he did on the Squadron Supreme, where he actually got into their Maxi series.
Oh, cool. That's that was the who I don't remember who was written by. I do remember reading that.
Mark Grinwald.
It was Grinwald, right?
Yeah, and apparently, according to one YouTuber that I tried to watch their video, just the presentation was just like, after I saw Mark Grinwald doing what looked like a crane pose, I was like, nah, I don't want to watch this video anymore. Apparently, it was the best Justice League story that wasn't even a Justice League story.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what the Squadron Supreme is.
Oh yeah, it is. And I'm trying to like rack my brain ever since. Like, who is Tom Thumb supposed to be an allegory, like to be comparable to?
I couldn't tell you that he's one of the ones that I couldn't place.
Yeah, that's why I was having problems. Like, he doesn't have size changing powers. He's just a tiny guy.
Yeah, he's just small. It's not that he's small and then it's not like he's like the Atom where he's like a regular sized person that can shrink down. He's just tiny.
Yeah, just a tiny guy.
Dollman, doesn't he stay small?
No, he's actually the size of a doll.
But
that's the only
I would
difference.
say Dollman isn't like tiny. He's small, but he's not like tiny. Like Tom Thumb, he's obviously named after the character from Thumbelina. He is like fairy tale tiny size. Like you like secret,
he's-
you know, like Secret of Nim, like
Yeah.
like that.
Tinkerbell. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 3 something. Yeah, he's just a little person, like a legitimate
Oh.
little person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's super smart, which is super cool. But that poor guy died of cancer.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, Hyperion fought a clone of himself that was created from the original Marvel universe, and when their eye beams hit, they blinded each other.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, the clone died afterward. Yeah, the Squadron, they are a messy bunch of individuals. And they did their Ollie allegory. They made him worse. Well, Ollie is a good character, but his Squadron counterpart, Golden Archer, yeah, not so much. Ain't that right, Jay?
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure. Now he wasn't done nearly as dirty as Absolute Green Arrow.
Well, I mean, that poor guy got killed by Absolute Hawkman.
Yep.
But I'm saying, like, main universe Ollie.
Oh yeah, in terms of like going from a lovable champagne socialist to fucking. He's like if Ollie put on the Green Arrow costume without going to the island.
Yeah.
For,
But-
if you want to get a gauge of what his personality is like.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Golden Archer is very obsessed with their analog for Black Canary, Lady Lark,
Yep.
to the point where he kind of brainwashed her using the same technology they used on supervillains to reform them. Yeah.
Yeah. It gets.
You never see Ollie doing that shit.
Nope.
Nope. But I will say about Ollie. What do y'all think about his newest turn in the comics?
What's his newest turn? I haven't been keeping up with Green Arrow.
He is now for the time being, for current arc, the new protagonist for Detective Comics because Ollie has moved to Gotham.
Oh, that's cool.
Ollie.
But why?
I mean, Bruce isn't there at the moment.
I mean, you know, somebody's got to defend Gotham while Bruce is finding alternate versions of his children.
That is true. And Ollie.
And I mean,
wish you luck, bud.
Dinah's from there, so like she knows her way around.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, Ollie, buddy, I wish you luck, fam, because you have some bullshit to deal with over in Gotham.
People already think you're discount Batman, dude.
Yeah, and also, it's Jersey. You're gonna deal with Jersey people.
He's going from Seattle to Jersey. That's gonna be a culture shock.
Oh, absolutely. Especially Gotham, Jersey. Ugh.
Also, like, Bruce is like, if you got to reading the current Batman series, Bruce is like, he's got a new possible love interest in this scientist that is like trying to help and reform supervillains. He's currently working with Croc, but she wants to help other villains as well. Sasha did a video about her, and like people are speculating if she's evil because, you know, all of Bruce's girlfriends have to be evil at some point because he has a type and he can't be happy.
Wait a minute, Vicky Vale ended up being evil at one point?
She outed him as Batman and like,
I mean, that is.
and you know, triggered a big ass manhunt. So I wouldn't say she's evil, but she definitely fucked his life up.
Yeah, I think the actual analogy is the kind of girlfriend that fucks his life up or fucks him over in some way.
That's fair. Like Bruce just is a toxic girlfriend magnet. So people are just waiting for the other shoe to drop for this scientist lady to be evil. Even though they're not dating, he kind of just hung out with her. Like, he wants to actually get to know her as a person because she's like, you know, working with his villains and stuff. And she's like, he wants to know where his money is going. And she keeps saying, like, is this a date? And she goes, why do you think this is a date? He goes, because you're all dressed up. He goes, no, I'm just dressed. This is just how I dress.
Yeah, that's just Bruce, man.
Yeah.
That's
And
like
also-
that's like assuming every interaction with Colin is a date because Colin is always in a fancy jacket and
Yep,
pants.
that is true. And I have seen a plethora of VTubers, I think I've mentioned this before, reacting to the channel More Powers, which is an Australian individual that lives in Tasmania, talking about just various animals throughout the world and just other things. Like how Australia has the 3 venomous snakes, well, most venomous snakes in the world, because the inland taipan has statistically the strongest venom out of all 3, but it has the smallest fangs. And you know what's the funniest thing about the inland taipan, gents? You know why? You know what they hunt to use that venom?
What do they hunt?
Just rats, just rodents.
Huh. That
A
feels.
venom that can kill 100 people.
Okay, that's OD for just some rats.
Yeah,
But I guess Australian
most
rats might
common-
be built different. Maybe they need that.
I don't know, man. But the second most venomous snake is the most common snake is the eastern brown. And that snake, he lives everywhere in Australia. He even lives in people's houses.
See, this is why I'd never live in Australia. Everything there is just gonna fucking kill you.
But back to my point. Morpars did his first long form video that ended off his year. And you know what that long form video was about, gents? An invasive species that broke Australia.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. What kind of animal would kill most of the population of Australia in its vicinity and cause such a disturbance that the humans of Australia are outnumbered by them?
Emus?
No, the emus, the humans already lost that war back in the 30s.
No, they won that.
I thought the emus
No.
won the emu war.
No, I'm saying the humans lost.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
the humans lost. Okay.
That's what I meant. It's a fucking toad.
Huh.
Yeah. So, back in 1866, when the British were colonizing the continent, making it the prison island that it once was, before it actually became a nation, well, as it became a nation, they wanted to grow sugar in Australia. So they went to Queensland because that was the only place where it was humid and had the proper conditions to grow sugarcane. And the farmers who were growing the sugarcane came across a problem. A native Australian beetle with the I cannot pronounce the Latin name of this beetle. It only eats leaves, but their larvae eat the roots of plants.
Oh, okay.
So they would lay their eggs on the base of the sugarcane so the larvae can eat the roots of the sugarcane. So basically the sugarcane's getting spit roasted because the adult beetles are eating the leaves while the larvae are eating roots. And they formed a bureau specifically for this problem called the BSCS, or the Bureau of Sugar well, I'll just call them the BSCS because I can't remember what the E stood for at the moment. So they tried to figure out how to stop the beetles from eating the sugarcane. You know how long it took for them to try to figure that out?
How long?
25 fucking years.
Jesus.
Yeah. So they tried pesticides on the sugarcane and in the soil. Didn't work. Didn't do anything. They tried the cordyceps virus, like the cordyceps fungus.
Like from The Last of Us?
Yeah, they actually tried cordyceps on these poor beetles. But guess what? It didn't work. Those three things that I mentioned did not work. So in 1936, these brain-dead individuals brought in cane toads. Now, do you guys know what a cane toad looks like?
No.
It's a big, fat fucking toad. And you would think that a terrestrial toad brought in from Hawaii specifically, because it was mentioned in the video. The toads didn't do shit. They brought 2,400 of these things, didn't do shit, because they're ground-dwelling toads. The beetles were off the ground by 6 meters or 6 inches off the ground, because sugarcane can be tall.
Okay.
Right? So they couldn't the toads couldn't reach the beetles to eat them. They can't dig, so they couldn't get to the larvae. But you want to know what the toads ate instead?
What?
Everything else.
Well, damn.
These are omnivorous toads. They would eat everything from rats, mice, lizards, baby birds, anything that they could fit their toad mouths. And that's not the worst part about these toads, because these toads are poisonous with something called bufotoxin.
Oh, shit.
And there are 2 specific attributes to this bufotoxin. One, I know it's bufo something, but it makes you trip balls.
Okay.
But bufogen, yeah, it straight up gives you a fucking heart attack.
All
and
right.
that is
Well,
literally
damn.
directly from Morpars's script of that video. Yeah, it just gives you a heart attack. And this toxin is present not only in these glands that are on their shoulders that they actually squirt white stuff out of, and it's also present in their eggs and tadpoles. And female cane toads can lay up to 8,000 to 30,000 a clutch.
Jesus Christ.
So, and not only that, the eggs contaminate water, which led to the death of fish and other animals that would drink the water. Tadpoles, same thing, kills more fish. And from 1936 to the 1980s, the BSCS did nothing, as these toads grew to 5 million at that time. And they acknowledged, like, hey, yeah, we kind of fucked up. We didn't, the toads we thought the toads were doing their thing. Our bad. So they just turned it over to the Australian government to figure out. So they tried everything they could to eradicate these toads, like on the government end of things. And, well, they weren't able to, because guess where the toads numbers are at now, gents?
Billions?
200 million.
Oh, damn.
And they're threatening 75 native species, if not outrighting causing the extinction of species, like they did to the northern quail, which is this cute furry animal. Yeah, that guy completely gone. And these poor toads are now subjugated to just getting hit by cars and clubbed with golf clubs by the Australians, because the government said, hey, we tried our best, we're gonna do harm reduction, we're gonna teach our local wildlife toad bad by just feeding the bait toads with a substance that's not good for them, just giving them the idea like, okay, not eating that toad. But some of the wildlife are fighting back and are actually able to eat the toads after like years of being bombarded by these things. Yeah, in 5 states in Australia will be subjected to nothing but cane toads within the next few years.
Oh, damn.
And you know who Pars was more sad for? The toads.
I mean, I would say it wasn't their fault. They got brought there.
Yeah, but you know who were at fault? The BSCS and the cane farmers. Because you would think that someone who's doing scientific study would actually do, you know, their role, right?
Yep.
They didn't. Because in 1935, Australia had a ban of using cane toads to curb what's happening with sugar fields, because they listened to actual experts and saying, hey, these toads will just ruin and kill a lot of the native population. But the BSES and the cane farmers lobbied to get that ban lifted in 1936. So Australia is in permanent toad combat, again quoting from Morpars himself, all because these dickheads looked at scientific research and said, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Well, you know, karma's a bitch.
Yep, and multiple VTubers have reacted to this, like some that are new to me. One that I really enjoyed was like Tetra, who is like a lioness VTuber. She's super cool, and she's actually a diver and did some veterinary work. And then we have, of course, Marshy. She reacted to it. She's like, what the hell? Because she thought it was a spider, but no, it is a toad. Yeah. People were just surprised that, yeah, Australian animals are built different.
I mean, they shouldn't be. Everything native to Australia, aside from the humans, are built to kill you.
I mean, except for like the native peoples that actually live.
That's why I said except for the humans. That's why I said except for with the exception of the humans, everything native to Australia was designed to kill.
Yeah, because the peoples that lived there before.
I'm convinced that Australia was just God's fucking like umbrella corp lab that he abandoned.
I mean, what we did to the thylacine is a crime. When I say we, I'm saying like collectively as human beings.
Yeah.
If I want to point fingers, I would point my fingers at the British, because they put our boy the thylacine into extinction. Yeah, a 4-foot tall carnivorous marsupial with an 80-degree, like it can open its mouth 80 degrees, and it was a stealth hunter too, it was really cool. We don't have that guy anymore.
But yeah, anything else you want to share? Were you able to get into Hades, by the way?
Not quite yet, because dealing with the problem that I'm currently dealing with, that's been taking a lot of my time.
Ah. Gotcha. Yeah, because I gifted Tony Hades and Hades 2 this week.
Nice.
Because I was like, Tony would enjoy the fuck out of this, and I've been playing it a lot recently, as I've said multiple times throughout screen time, and I was like, yeah, no, Tony would really like this. I want to know who Tony's favorite characters are.
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually, but here's just another fact that I learned because of the More Power shorts. Do you know we have like the most deadliest tree in the world? The Maginot tree.
Okay.
It's native to the US and the Caribbean, and everything in this tree will just kill you, from its sap to its fruit. All poisonous. And when it rains and you think you're safe, nah. The sap that mixes in with like the leaves of the tree in the rainwater falls on your head. Nope, you're gone. Dead.
Well, damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anywho, that's it for me.
Okay, so without further ado, we are now going to jump into trailer talk. Trailer talk is, of course,
What
the
about
sec-
last week at Guam?
Oh yeah, right. Last week at Guam, right. I almost completely forgot about it. So this is literally our last week in Guam because after this we are jumping straight into Godbound. So Brian, you haven't really talked too much. You wanna give people the recap on our time at Guam? Or, oh wait, Brian's muted. He stepped away. Never mind. Well, I guess we'll wait a little bit and give Brian some time. I almost completely forgot about last week in Guam. But yeah, we've officially reached the end of our time within the Scion system. Darth wants to transfer us into Godbound starting this coming weekend, or tomorrow for us as of the recording of this podcast, because we play on Sundays, record our podcast on Saturdays. Yeah, I'm a little sad because we did not get to meet our godly parents. We did not get to meet our godly parents. I was really looking forward to it.
We are now 2 for 2 of Scion games where we didn't get to meet them.
Yeah, I know. I never got to meet Aphrodite. I was in our last one, and I was so gearing up for that conversation because the character I played last time was really angry at Aphrodite because of kind of the shape that she had left her dad in, because he fell in love with literally the most gorgeous woman in all of existence. So when she kind of just ditched him, it didn't leave him in the best mental health space, and so she had a lot of resentment towards that, and I never got to play that out, and then with this character I never got to fangirl over both my dad and stepmom, because even in character, especially Persephone, her mom really looked up to her, so she herself is also a huge fan, so she would have had just a time just getting to know them a little bit. But I have made it my mission, I have made it canon that she and Cerberus hit it off when she got to meet her dad, so she's making it a mission to find her dog. It's not technically her dog, but it's her family's dog, and so she wants to make sure Cerberus is alright.
Yep, and we love good doggos here on channel.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I'm a fan of Cerberus in every form of media that I've come across him in. He is the best in Hades 1. He's also a great boy in Hades 2, even though you actually have to fight him in Hades 2, which is really sad.
Oof.
But you don't have to fight him in Hades 1. I will say that as a slight spoiler. But good boy, I want to save that. I want to save that good boy, and I'm gonna. That's one of my big goals for the Godbound portion of our time.
Yep. I never got the chance to meet Epona. Lame as fuck, but it is what it is.
I've never met Heimdall or any of the Norse people, but that's kind of maybe a good thing.
Listen, I'm personally gonna just headcanon how my meeting went and roll with it.
Well, that's the thing,
That's what
though,
I'm gonna do.
is how much time passed, because I think it just literally, Darth said that stuff was going on in the background that just immediately popped it.
Oh, cause I don't know, cause at the same time, I'm gonna headcanon that we met the parents, cause otherwise I'm gonna have no reason to just have this new motivation to run my own underworld, cause in my head the reason why she's now put on this path to make her own underworld is because she was inspired, and she's like, that dad's place was cool, but I want to make one that's not, I don't want to say better, but more suited towards rehabilitation. Punishment's still going to be a thing, but I want to help improve my denizens' lives more than just kind of reinforce them.
Yeah, I was just shown the coolest divine horses that Mama was just trying to breed for the steeds of all the gods.
Which it's kind of funny that the Greeks have Epona, even though Poseidon's technically the god of horses too.
Yep, it is amusing to me. The irony is not lost on me. I think she has a competition for horse breeding
with Poseidon. That's kind of that's funny. I dig that.
I'm thinking, well, that competition is going on. That inspired Colin to basically be on his path to breed the most powerful and majestic divine horse to ever exist.
That's cool.
And the way I see it with Heimdall is he left because he had a duty, and she doesn't blame him for it.
Mm-hmm. Because the way I kind of see it is after she met her parents, she was like, oh, I wish they could get a chance to actually just take a break. Somebody should take over to let them have vacation. I'll do it. And you know, when shit hits the fan, it's like, well, I guess I'll get to make my own underworld anyway. Fuck it.
And just our collective pantheon is this assortment of these goobers.
Yep. I actually to give you guys an idea of what our pantheon is like, I am a god of death, the underworld, and journeying. Tony is a god of beast, might, and wealth, and Brian is a goddess of protection, journeying, and I don't know what your other one is.
Endurance.
Endurance. That makes sense. And then our friend Severs, his character Carmen, is a moon goddess, but she's taking on the like sun aspect but like she calls herself a moon goddess because it's more of the reflection of the sun, which is why she went with moon. Hence the little irony there. And she's also got fertility, and I don't remember the other one that's ever said. I know Cap is a god of cities, is one of his big aspects. I don't know what the other ones are for him. For Stone,
wasn't one of his like bow or gun?
Oh yeah, he definitely has bow because that's what he uses to approximate for a gun. I don't remember what the third one is. And Stone is goddess of swords because he has the black hole sun. And Dragon, I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to be explained because that's interesting. And I don't know what Stone's third one is either. But yeah, Godbound's a really cool system. And now that like I've figured out an actual like within Pantheon role, I think I'm going to do a lot better than I did last time because I know what I want to do. I know what kind of like rights I want to handle with subjects, what projects I'm going to do in terms of like spending Dominion. Like the first big thing I'm going to do is obviously build my underworld palace and actually, start the foundation of my kingdom. So, I've got big plans. The cool thing about Godbound is Godbound rarely tells you no. You just gotta think big.
That's its biggest asset and flaw is because you have to be able to think big. Like, in our last game, it openly admitted that I was kind of playing a superhero in a god world,
and not like a Thor-like superhero because that would have worked.
More like a Batman superhero.
Well, he was more like Cap, but yeah.
But point is,
within the same range, because Cap is even more god than Batman.
Yeah, I'm saying just in general more immortal than actual god.
Even though if Grant Morrison is writing him, Batman is basically god.
Or any other writer.
No, Grant Morrison was the most guilty of Bat God.
Okay, fair enough.
If you ever read Grant Morrison's JLA, that was where the Batman with prep time beats anybody started.
Because of course, thanks Grant.
Because like
undeniably genius.
They love Batman. They love Batman, and Batman was just nearly unstoppable when Grant was penning them.
But point is, we have our rules, we have our ways of Dominion, because I thought about mine, and since I'm all about community and making connections, I think mine would just be through what I'm going to call community barbecues. Just gather everybody.
Well, I mean, so with Dominion, there's supposed to be like big impossible projects that you use.
The Divine Horse thing is like my main project.
That you use words to justify, like, with my thing, like making the Underworld Palace is a big impossible project. I'm literally making it out of nothing, like carving underground caverns into a big palace structure using my power of the underworld.
Right, okay.
So that's the scale of shit you have to do for Dominion.
Yeah, like you can have like bigger or smaller projects. Like because I'm the god of protection, one of mine could be for a town to just give it a Attack on Titan-esque wall.
Yep, or wards or stuff like that, and you can also make whole beings out of Dominion from Dominion as well. So you could just make dope horses with Dominion off bat.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
I mean, you can make
but that's the thing, right? It doesn't have just because it's done doesn't mean you can't keep improving on it.
No, I'm saying where's the fun in that? It's like, I'm not saying that it's dumb. It's like, that's just the easy way.
I mean, but that's the thing, right? It's supposed to be easy. You're a fucking god
Well,
True.
also, if I'm not mistaken, you have to spend Dominion
to level up.
in order
Yeah.
to level up, and also any Dominion project has to get the GM's approval.
Yep. But yeah, like, you know, you making those horses, that could just be the start. You could make like an entire animal kingdom. You know what I mean? Like have different specialized horses. You could make a whole fucking clan of centaurs.
Like that's the whole entire thing about like the way that I phrased my goal is that it's got one big thing, but then also like smaller things.
Oh yeah,
also,
like that's what I did as well. Is like, you know, like to read it off. It's like my first goal, aside from the Cerberus one, is to establish a realm for our honored dead, a prison for our enemies, you know, and you know, a safe haven for knowledge, so that it will not be lost to the sand of time. Because I am also a goddess of knowledge as well. So preserving knowledge and records is going to be a big thing for me.
Oh, yeah.
The stories of great heroes and the accomplishments of our pantheon shall be recorded by my people.
But anyway, we'll wait and see, like, because tomorrow I believe we're not just starting proper. We're going to like
it's where we're going to establish our pantheon rules and stuff, which is pretty big and important.
Yeah, and cool thing about Brian and I's characters is that we get, since because I won that fight, we both get something different entirely than our friend.
It's not we get something completely different. It's that the freebie that he's giving us is different for us.
They got basically unique martial arts, as opposed to everybody else who got a free word and or plus a gift.
Yep.
Free word plus a gift plus a fact, and then you guys got a fact which led you to the martial arts, and then you got to pay for the martial arts.
Because my character was very martial arts based, where I did multiple things, and then also
including get your ass kicked.
And because Tony beat my ass, he got that.
Yep.
And the cool thing is the way that Darth is like incorporating things, like because I followed Jay in the cliff jumping and like spent some time in the water, I was able to get a more fluid water-based martial arts.
Also, Tai Chi is very you specifically mentioned several times that you were focused on Tai Chi, and Tai Chi's movement is all about being like water. So
whereas Colin is just solid into the earth, just grapples people, and or in your case, Brian just punched your lights out.
Well, also, don't get too cocky about that fight. That was also just really bad dice roll.
I know, but I'm just saying it was really funny.
How it played out in world, what was a one-sided ass beat.
Yeah, I'm just saying in character, it was like, oh my god.
But yeah, it's gonna be cool. Yeah. We also have NPCs from the Scion game that we're bringing along that we've made connections with, that is going to one of them that our first NPC is going to serve as our high priest or high priestess for our particular section of the pantheon. I picked Shiloh because like thinking about it, I'm going to be running an underworld, and a lot of people die due to or because of heartbreak, and so Shiloh would be a good person to help kind of ease these people in and kind of help them heal, repurpose what she was originally doing. And also I found it kind of an interesting kind of twist of fate, because Shiloh was the person who gave Dahlia her first brush with death, because she had that near-death experience after being attacked by Shiloh. So recruiting Shiloh as her high priestess made sense to me.
Oh yeah. For me, I went with Mayu, the Walmart Oni, because, well, first it was just because she's a cool character, but then the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. Like she built that fortress, so within Walmart, so the endurance thing helps. Also, if you're a protection and enduring god, having a strong Oni as your high priestess makes a lot of sense. Plus, like you said, Jay, there's also a bit of like that irony in there, like a fittingness.
Yeah.
Because our first meeting with Mayu, Lucy was very trepid to it because she had just like got attacked and everything, and so she was hesitant. But then she was like, no, you're cool. So I think the fact that the person that I was hesitant to is now my dedicated follower.
Tony just took the fetish. He heard the word muscle mommy and was like, yep, that one.
Yep.
I like that he didn't even try. He's like, no, that's correct.
Yeah, because the dwarf would have been perfect, but then I heard Muscle Mommy, and then my brain just went.
No, it actually was not a dwarf. He was Fae. He was a member of the Wild Hunt.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just that man was perfect, but then I heard Muscle Mommy in armor. I'm like, yes, done.
Listen, not judging.
I'll call her Polly, because I can only remember that part of her name.
Polly Zenny is her name.
Well, Polly, because that's the only thing I can remember.
Well,
no offense, but that's the only part I can remember.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see where we go from here.
Yep, yeah, we'll definitely keep you guys posted on like how our Pantheon is gonna run after we have that like session 0 Pantheon rules talk. But yeah, now we can jump into trailer talk. Trailer talk is the segment of the podcast where our boy Brian has gathered together 6 brand new trailers as of the recording of this podcast, and he has put those trailers in a convenient playlist for all you lovely people in the audience to check out. You can go to the description, find that playlist, and then pause this video. And while you're doing that, be sure to also hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, and if you're watching this within the first week of its release, go ahead and swipe on the comment section and hit that hype button. It puts us into the algorithm so that more people can see this video and it'll be shared with more people. So it really does help. We'd really appreciate it. But after you unpause this video, thanks to the magic of editing, we'll be back to you with our fresh thoughts on all these trailers. Until then, please enjoy this this word from our non-existent sponsors. And we're back. So I guess we're starting the year off with Edge, because there were a lot of edgy trailers this week.
And one literal.
Yeah, and then one we didn't plan for because autoplay was just going, but I'm gonna include it anyway because it was fun.
We let it rock.
Yeah. But before we do that, so the third leak was officially released.
Yeah, the X-Men teaser.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Charles needs to hire a better interior designer. Or at least gets better insurance. God damn.
I mean, he's got to have killer insurance because his mansion gets blown up every 10 years. Currently, it's being used as a supermax prison.
Yeah, I heard.
So mansion's all kinds of fucked up. We got to see Scott in the classic 90s outfit, just letting one rip. Optic blast, not fart, but maybe that too. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he gets gassy during battle.
And also old Magneto.
Yeah,
just really
with the 90s long hair look.
Yeah, but looking like the frailest of old men.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Sir Ian is super old.
That he is, but I'm talking about from a character perspective. That man.
I mean, I guess same goes for Sir Patrick Stewart too.
Yeah.
Like, you forget how old these motherfuckers are sometimes.
Yeah, but some of them don't even look like they age at all.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
But yeah. It looked pretty cool. It looked pretty cool. I'm excited.
I am looking forward to Doomsday because I heard that it might be the longest Marvel movie to date.
Oh, my poor tiny bladder.
Oh yeah, because I gotta say, with Superman,
I had to pee. So, oh no, it wasn't even that. I remember this might be TMI, but like my movie theater is one of those like dinner with your movie or lunch with your movie depending on I guess your time. But like I ate like a full meal including like dessert and everything, so I had to use the bathroom. And by the time I came back, I went right as Crypto was showing up. And then I just had, by the time I came back, it was the scene. It was where Supergirl shows up. I missed most of the fight against Ultraman.
I left after the parents scene at the end and rushed and got back after the Krypton on the moon.
Oh, Crypto on the moon. Yep.
So I missed that one.
Gotcha. You missed the Supergirl one.
Yeah. No, I saw Supergirl. Supergirl wasn't a post-credit scene.
Okay.
The post-credit scene were
the Mr. Terrific one and the Mr. Terrific one.
Yeah. But whatchamacallit? I gotta tell you, dude, I ran.
Yep. Nah.
And then I will get to TMI, but I have never seen my body do that.
Yep. Nah. Look, I hope it's not crazy long, cause I don't want to miss pivotal things in Doomsday just because I had to take a piss or number 2. Oh man. But yeah, it was a cool trailer. Next up, They Will Kill You. looks fun as fuck. I think the premise is interesting. The action looks dope. Like selling Zazie Beetz more as an action star is pretty cool. She was really good in Deadpool as Domino, and also she was really good in super underrated Netflix Western Harder They Fall. The Harder They Fall was amazing. She was really good in that as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it looks really cool. It feels like an old school grindhouse film, and I'm totally down with that.
Oh yeah. You know what it also kind of felt like? A video game.
It did, because you're like kind of going through different levels and rooms. It actually kind of reminds me of Hades, because you're trying to escape from a particular area, and you're going through the rooms, just killing all the people. Yeah, wow. Huh. But yeah, it looks cool.
And then we got our obligatory white people do dumb shit horror movie January.
Yep.
AKA every fucking horror movie ever.
Fair. But yeah, this just felt like weird. Like, we have Final Destination at home with like with an Aztec artifact twist.
Yeah, it's just trying to put extra spice on a concept that was done well in the early 2000s to the 90s.
Yeah.
You just put some Aztec spice on it.
I will say that I do like the kind of twist where it's your predestined fate that death that you were going to have eventually in your life. Just
found you earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that part is cool.
It's cool, but like, you know, Final Destination kind of did that too.
Yeah, because the whole one person getting the premonition about how you died in that particular tragedy or accident.
And also, you know, Tony Todd's character, like, the hinting at him being the Reaper.
Yeah, may he rest.
Yes. This is another case. This is another case of a wasted cast.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a really good cast, but dumb as fuck movie.
You got Daphne Keane, you got dude from Wednesday, which I know this is tying into an off mic conversation, but he actually was one of the kids on Gifted.
Huh.
Xavier's actor in Wednesday.
Gotcha.
And then also
he was the brother, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Because like the sister and the brother were like that show's version of the Stryker twins. It was weird. The Gifted was a whole interesting rabbit hole.
But this movie also has Nick Frost and Catelyn Stark in it.
Yep.
Catelyn is like the older woman that's like telling them like what's happening, like the witchy.
She's like she's the magic expedition dump lady, but she probably also hates bastard children.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like unreasonably so.
Exactly, because I'm sorry, she is a talented actress. Love her to death.
And she was so good because she played that character perfectly, because Catelyn sucks in the books too.
Yeah, but that's just a new kind of typecasting, at least on our end here in the Challenge Chasers podcast.
Listen, she's
this poor actress can escape playing women that hate bastard children.
Listen, Lena Headey will always be two characters to me. She will always be Cersei Lannister and Sarah Connor. Two complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Character I love, because the Sarah Connor Chronicles absolutely amazing. Character I hate, but also love to hate in Cersei Lannister.
Well, which was really good until her like final scene.
Yeah. Wasn't great for Jamie either.
Nah, but then we got a film that I'm excited about. The Death of Robin Hood.
It looks cool. It had a very cool premise and like an interesting aesthetic. The aesthetic reminds me of that Green Knight movie that I think it was also A24 that put that out.
Yeah,
it was.
But the plot seems more like rugged older guy with a troubled past.
Which, you know, surprisingly, this Robin Hood was not played by Pedro Pascal, because like he seemed to have monopolized that fucking subgenre, because he played Din and Joel.
Yep.
But no,
Hugh Jackman.
Yep, huge jacked man
with long gray hair.
He's basically just kind of doing Old Man Logan again, but like if Old Man Logan and Hawkeye did the fusion dance, except Old Man Hawkeye is blind.
Yeah, but the plot is grappling with his past after a life of crime and murder. Robin Hood finds himself gravely injured after a battle he thought would be his last.
You know, a lot of people kind of glaze over that
Yeah.
part. Yeah, Robin Hood killed a lot of people.
Hey, killed a bunch of motherfuckers.
In the hands of a mysterious woman, he is offered a chance at salvation.
You know, it kind of reminds me of like just that description of like just a life of murder. It reminds me of just of in live action One Piece when Luffy's like, pirates don't murder people. Pirates aren't murderers. And I'm like, Luffy, your boy Zoro over there literally had somebody's head in the bag.
Yeah, but this is done by the same director as Pig, which I never saw that, but
I'd heard about it.
I heard good things, and it's basically Nicolas Cage goes all John Wick.
Yeah, because it's
whole
Pig.
thing.
Yep, I remember hearing about it. Yeah. Also, side note, also kind of related to Hades, real quick. Tony, I know this is the character you're gonna like because in Hades 2, one of the NPCs you get to meet like as part of like in the like NPC room, like the side quest room, because you know some chambers you'll get to, in each region you get to meet like a side quest character. The side quest character for Okeanos, the region of Okeanos in Hades 2 is Narcissus, and Narcissus is just Nick Cage. Like he has like a Nick Cage voice and everything, and like you know he keeps thinking that you know Millennially, your main character, is in love with him, and it's just like I don't like you. You just give me stuff. It was just like whatever. It's hilarious. You'll love it. It's you can tell that a Nick Cage impression just with the cadence of his voice. It's fucking great.
Damn, that's
Nice.
crazy. I love it.
Also, apparently, also in this movie is Bill Skarsgård,
Oh, cool.
and the shitty I think he was grandson in Franklin.
Oh, you talking about fucking Templeton?
Henry. Oh yeah, no, not Henry. It was Templeton. Yeah, sorry.
Well, I don't remember his like he had a nickname, but yeah, it was the fucking Franklin's shitty grandson that dies poor and destitute.
Yeah, that same actor too.
Oh, cool. He was a good actor.
Yeah, he was also the son on The Quiet Place movies.
Oh, nice. I know I'd seen him somewhere.
But then we got another teaser, Scum of the Brave, the anime.
It looks pretty cool. I like the aesthetic and the concept seems interesting.
Oh yeah, it seems kind of like that premise that I was saying for Sentence to Be a Hero, but like in the future.
Yeah, it kind of not that it has the same feel, but it has a kind of like the same kind of roguish vibe that Bebop does, because they're like kind of bounty hunter-esque.
Yeah, because it's about demon lords have dominated and become like gang leaders in a mid 21st century Tokyo. And in order to combat it, the government has sanctioned bounty hunters who have amplified their own abilities with something called E3.
It's a gaming conference.
But the story follows one guy who is a lone wolf, known as the Reaper.
That's the most puny name I've never heard.
Right?
Yeah, his real name is Yashiro.
Okay.
But his routine is disturbed when a determined high school girl who declares herself his apprentice inserts herself into his work.
Oh, classic
That's like,
classic loner lolly sidekick trope.
and also
then,
that man sounds like I'm just an autistic person trying to focus on this one thing I want to do and take care of, and then I have this random individual just shouting in my ear.
This lolly claims to be my apprentice, and she won't leave me alone, so I guess she's here now.
And on top of that, apparently an additional aspiring high school heroes come to him, and he agrees to train them as well. So it looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks cool. Coming in January.
Like you said, yep, the art style is good. The studio that's doing it is OLM.
Oh, cool. I've heard of them. I don't... I can't think of what they've done off the top of my head, but I've heard of that studio before.
They're best known for producing shows like Pokemon, Yokai Watch.
Yeah,
Beyblade,
they are the
Ghost.
Pokemon studio!
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like the animation style looks similar.
They did Horizons!
Yeah.
OLM has been the studio for Pokemon since Sun and Moon.
Yeah, no, they've actually been the artists. It's just they change certain art styles within the animation.
Yeah, no, yeah. They OLM was one of the contract people for Pokemon. Like pre Sun and Moon, they fully took over during Sun and Moon.
Yeah. Okay.
which is
They
why they had
also,
to change
did,
in more expressive art
Berserk.
style. Which Berserk? If you say 2017, I'm gonna be sad.
No, it wasn't. It was the 97.
Okay,
Yeah,
good
that's
Berserk, good Berserk.
Classic. Good Berserk.
Classic Berserk. Okay, if you said Berserk 2016, I would have been sad because
Yeah,
Berserk 2016 is absolute garbage.
That's because it was 3D animation, man. It wasn't even that
No,
good.
it wasn't 3D animation. It was a weird hybrid. The 3D animated ones are the movie, or what you're thinking of are the 3D animated movies, which are okay. Berserk 2016 was a weird hybrid.
Okay.
That looked
Yeah,
even
but
worse.
it's looking like part 7 is kind of a hybrid, but it's used subtly.
But the
That's
CG is mostly used for the horses, which is understandable because horses are notoriously one of the hardest things for artists to draw.
No, even the close-up, just to match the shading and pencils that Araki has done since Part 7 in the Steel Ball Run universe, where there's more darker shadows on the faces.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean,
It kinda looks like
but Day
3D
Pro
too.
really cooked, at least judging by the trailers. So I'm cool with
Yeah.
it.
And it's we're gonna get an entire, like, the first episode is 47 minutes.
Holy
and it's gonna
shit.
come out in March.
Holy shit, yo,
yeah.
I mean, good for my birthday. Fucking One Piece, JoJo Part 7.
Yeah, and just to point out, so you should know, Jay, 47 minutes, all the first chunk of the race.
Oh
in that
wow,
episode. Yeah, that they already said that to begin with.
nice. That's gonna be dope. We gotta cover Steel Ball Run
But,
as
absolutely.
a you and me
anime
thing.
One anime that we hadn't really covered, but I've heard a lot of good things about: Apothecary Diaries.
Dude, I love
Yeah.
Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
That's my
same
shit.
studio. That's also OLM.
Oh, that makes sense. Because Apothecary Diaries kind of has the same kind of comfy, cozy type vibe as Pokemon.
And we don't know when this particular show is going to, like, Scum
Exact
the
date.
Hero.
Yeah, Scum of
We know it
Scum
comes
of
out
Brave.
this fall. Don't know for sure
Yeah,
what day it is.
yeah. It just says it just said January in the teaser or trailer.
Yeah,
So
but we're excited for
we'll
it
keep an eye
anyway.
out.
Oh, one that I saw the premise for, and I was like, hey, that reminds me of that old school Disney Channel movie. Maybe it'd be good.
Oh, the figure skating movie! I loved that old
Yeah.
school Disney Channel movie.
Yeah.
But
But
this,
this new
Oh,
one,
I just remembered what it was called. It's called Figure It Out,
and then this, what we're gonna talk about is called Finding Her Edge.
which is a misleading title because like
It is very misleading.
there's
Like,
nothing
okay.
edgy about this. Like it's a love triangle plot.
Yeah, and oh my god, the love interest is like Anthony Chalamet, and
He
the
does
douchiest
like, dude.
movie
He
I've ever
does.
seen.
He does like Timothy Chalamet. Holy shit, you're right. He does.
But we also had like blonde dude with the douchiest haircut I've ever seen.
That is yeah.
well, he reminds me of that one dude who's like plays a smaller part in a lot of different things. He was like the Cat King in Dead Boy Detectives.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but
He,
it
but
wasn't
yeah,
just me,
but yeah,
Jay,
but yeah,
'cause you'll get
Blondie definitely just has that textbook blonde fuckboy look. Like
yeah, he has the ultimate Peter Parker haircut.
he does, but it looks way more fuckboyish.
Yeah,
Like
it's like if
he looks how
Ultimate
I am.
Johnny had that haircut.
He looks how I imagine like Apollo would look in modern
Yeah.
day. Like
But like, and also the mess in this is like, what would we compare this to, gents? Because
it's a little Exo Kitty-ish. It's a little Exo Kitty-ish, but like
Yeah.
not as fun.
yeah,
No.
this is like it's trying
At
to be
least based
serious.
on the trailer.
Yeah, just based on this trailer, it just seems way too serious for its own damn good.
That's my problem, right? There was no fun. It was taking itself too seriously. Like, I have to win. They were treating it like a sports anime when it should have been like.
well-
Now, granted,
Look.
Yuri on Ice is still technically a sports anime, but Yuri on Ice knew what it was.
And
Yeah.
figure skating is no joke. We are not
No, it
downplaying.
is not.
Yeah, no, you got to be in really good shape for that because you got to lift people, do all kinds of like gymnastics on skates on ice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but just this.
But
I'm trying to find the
The protagonist
right
came off as like too much of a tryhard. I don't know.
word. Yeah, it's edgy in the sense it's like your young teenage sibling or cousin trying to come off as cool.
Or like, you know,
But
you wouldn't get it. You don't understand how important this is to me. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you're 15. Relax.
Yeah, exactly. This is the vibe I'm getting.
But you know, if you let those like off the leash, that's how we get things like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but at least in that kind of okay. I think the difference from like this Finding Her Edge and Romeo and Juliet is that both kids are kind of dumb in Romeo and Juliet. It's both of their decisions that led to their
Yep.
demises.
But-
Whereas
but
Homegirl
they-
Finding Her Edge is like, I want to be with my former partner and fuckboy.
It's one of those, she clearly just wants to have her cake and eat it too.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's 2025. Fucking form a throuple.
Or just
Oh yeah.
Oh, it actually,
just-
it's 2026. I forgot. We're in a new year now.
we're in the new year, Jay, but your point still stands. Or if anything, if you could still just date the motherfucker.
Yeah, why can you not date him? Why can you not date him? Like, even if you're competition? That's like actors. That's like those stupid people who yell at actors for like taking on roles where they're a love interest to somebody, even though they're married.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Like-
just
Yeah.
playing the role.
Like I was in the Vampire Diaries fandom, and let me tell you, there was a whole stupid uproar online during the series finale of the Vampire Diaries because Ian Somerhalder, the guy who played Damon Salvatore, like kissed Nina Dobrev's character Elena, who is his love interest in the show, even though in real life Ian Somerhalder is married, and they were upset about it. I get there's also deeper drama because him and Nina also dated, but like but fans were basically upset that this married man was kissing an actress who he was playing the love interest of. So fucking
yeah.
dumb.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand people.
Mhm.
I
But,
think personally, and this is just Tony's opinion, not the entire collective here on Channel Chasers Podcast. It's just Tony's opinion. I think that fans really take shit super seriously. It goes a little too far.
Listen.
And we get it.
I'm a shipper. I take ships seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
we
like-
take things like
but-
I take y'all. I have talked these guys' ears off about Tokusatsu for the longest time. I know this shit. I'm a super fan, but I also know that I can't just be consumed by what I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This shit is just taking itself too seriously. There's no fun elements to it.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't even any comedy. Like usually in these types of shows, they at least have some comedy to like balance out the levity. It just all felt like just pure melodrama. And don't get me wrong,
Oh, yeah.
I like melodrama. Like in certain instances, like I grew up watching fucking the teen shows of the early 2000s like One Tree Hill, Gossip Girl, all that shit. I love melodrama. But like if it's just melodrama, I don't know, man.
Cause we had like we had two of the big like 90s rom-com tropes, love interests in the same movie.
Yep.
Like the former partner, now enemy.
Yep.
And then the bad boy that I hate, but I'm forced to work with.
That I'm going to eventually fall in love with, even though he's a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it turns out he's only a fuckboy because nobody understands him until I do. And I find out he actually has a secret sensitive side.
And I can fix him.
You can't fix
You
shit
can't.
with these dumb motherfuckers.
Look,
You can't.
Look,
ladies.
you women.
Ladies.
Look, ladies, you can't fix him. He has to fix himself.
Yeah.
As someone who is fixing himself, he has to fix himself.
Now you can be with him while he is fixing himself. You can't be the reason why.
Yeah, because then if if it doesn't work out, he's just going to go back to how things used to be. And it's probably going to be even worse, speaking from personal experience.
Because I just want to throw this out there. Also toxic is the mentality of you can't love somebody until you love yourself.
I can understand that, but I subscribe to that. I subscribe to that philosophy because, you know, if you don't love yourself, you will always try to find a way out of a relationship because you don't feel like you deserve it. And so you'll try to find the problems.
If you're like actively going to therapy and like taking steps while in the relationship.
Oh, I mean that's fine. Like you can be in the process of fixing yourself and still find love. But if you're still early and you don't love yourself, you probably shouldn't be trying to love anybody else.
I get what you're saying. There's a middle ground, but there are no absolutes, is the point.
No, we're not in the DC universe. But yeah, overall, pretty solid.
And then we had the secret trailer.
Oh yeah, the secret trailer that wasn't on the playlist that I thought was on the playlist, but instead of playing a random video from like a content creator I like, they actually played a trailer. So I was like, oh, next trailer. So I let it rock, but turns out that wasn't on there. Relationship Goals. It's a movie that's going to be on Prime Video, starring Kelly Rowland and Method Man. You want to talk about a fun rom-com type premise? There's that.
This right here.
You've got you've got your career-focused, independent woman in Kelly Rowland who meets back up with her fuckboy ex, suave, charming man who's also gunning for the same job. So they've got like a rivalry type thing going on.
And this girl, like her character in this movie, she has it. My God.
Yeah, and she's very type A, so she's wound up very tight, and like you can already see where this is going. Their chemistry just in the trailer is off the charts.
Oh yeah, off the charts.
I'll admit that, yeah.
Method Man is such a great actor. People forget that Method Man can act his ass off. He's really good.
It's amazing. And then like our leading lady's group of friends, like homegirl that went speed dating.
Yeah,
I felt bad for her.
Yeah, the get to know each other in just over 90 days, and as soon as she said no sex, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use the bathroom.
Yeah, bro, just dipped. It's like, yo.
Which, I will say that her friend group is very stereotypical 90s rom-com best friends.
Yeah, it's just missing Aisha Tyler.
Yeah, and also homegirl that was just speed dating. I'm not a fan of like the animal print gloves. It's not a good look.
It's very tacky. It is very tacky.
Yeah, but hey, if she's pulling it off, go off.
Exactly. But yeah, no, like that wasn't planned, but it was fun. It was a nice palate cleanser after Find Your Edge, which was
supposed to be the palate cleanser after all the Edge.
Yeah, but
it just kind of made us upset because we're just like, oh god, I hate all these tropes. And it's funny with Relationship Goals, it was like, oh, that's a little tropey, but I think that's fun. It's kind of like how we felt about Joy to the World. If you watched our Christmas special, Joy to the World is filled to the brim with tropes, but we still had fun with it.
Yeah, because you know what it is, and I've been showing it for a little bit. Say it with me, guys. Presentation.
Yeah. You got to be like Goldship. You got to be good at presentation.
Yeah, because one of our favorite shows from last year that nobody talks about was, like Jay said, Exo Kitty.
Dude.
But part of the thing was Exo Kitty was a K-drama fan, so she
yeah, and they lean into it. It's so fun. But yeah,
so good at the same time.
Yeah. So that was our trailer talk. Mostly positive. Yeah. So
Season 3 of Pokemon Horizons Rising Hope Part 1.
Mm-hmm. Which is a fucking mouthful. So we're just gonna from now on just call it Pokemon Horizons Season 3 Part 1.
3. Yeah. But that's the
we had to say the full thing at least once. But yeah, so this is our first post time skip arc. And we get to see where everybody's at after the year and kind of what the status quo of the world is now that Lockweum has been outed and Exceed is on top.
Exceed doing villain group things.
Yep. Also, I just want to point it out. I always point it out, but I just find it hilarious and also kind of annoying that Spinel, the big bad CEO, his main Pokemon is a friend-based Evo.
Yeah, there's got to be more to that we don't know as of yet.
Yeah.
There's got to be something more to that.
Mm-hmm. But Matt, I will always say, Matt does better villain voices than he does hero voices. He has a voice of a fucking villain.
Yeah, and my favorite performance of his, especially in Critical Role, is when he voiced what was that vampire's name? Brian, help me out here.
Vampire?
Silas.
Oh.
Briarwood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, Silas Briarwood.
Yeah, that's right. It took me a minute.
But yeah. So
Yeah, he was great as Silas. Also, in the campaign, he also does really good villains, which was part of the reason why people kind of are lesser on campaign 3, because the big bad of campaign 3 was really more of an amorphous eldritch horror rather than an actual physical
Threat, yeah.
thing that he could voice.
Well, then you also have like the that one wizard in campaign 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But-
let's not forget
but,
about the dude that tried to bring about the eldritch horror.
Yeah.
But yeah, so spoiler-free initial thoughts. I'll go last because I watched this.
Yeah.
I watched this in Japanese, and I talked about this on Screen Time as it was happening in real time. So
And I've caught a few reviews like throughout, so I just had to get proper context when it came about. So watching everything. So let's have Brian go first.
okay,
'Cause
All
he
I
was the
do
most
is
liked.
all I've known about it is the spoilers that Jay has mentioned.
Yeah.
But it can still spoil previous seasons, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fair game.
Yeah.
Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure.
I mean,
'cause-
we'll give a warning. Spoilers. If you haven't seen any of the previous seasons, what are you doing watching this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Like,
we
really?
label this is labeled as season 3. So like, I
Yeah.
mean, if you don't care, go off, king or queen.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
see this as a jumping off point for at this point of Horizons go off, this first part's meant to do that, so you're good, but you don't get the context of what else happened.
Yeah, but what happened is it's actually like kind of a like trope that has happened in many a media where it's the team disbands.
Yeah.
And after a tragic event, the team disbands. And this one actually took it farther than you would normally expect from like old school Pokemon, where it's like, nah, not only has a team disbanded, they think one of their own is dead, and they're all touted as villains, as the bad guys, because the bad guys are in a position of power and can create the narrative. But it was really cool to see like the fallout of that, and then how they obviously like pick themselves back up and like where their story goes from here, because the overall plot, at least for me, like the main plot involving Laqua and all that, felt kind of finite. So it was cool to see where they like left off with that, and like they carried that on with like all the stuff going on. I'll phrase it like that to avoid spoilers. But I really liked it. We get a new addition to the team
Fucking.
who, let's not cut anything, is
I hate-
annoying.
I hate
He's
him.
more annoying in the beginning,
He's still annoying.
but he's still annoying in the end.
I will confirm for you. I think he's annoying in the sub as well, but there's something about the dub that makes him more annoying because
Yeah.
because the dub gives him this tick that he doesn't have in the sub, where he adds mega in front of stuff, and it
Oh,
triggers
yeah.
me because it reminds me of Mega Force.
Oh yes.
It triggers
Not only did they that's a mega win.
It
They then carried it on
triggers
to,
me.
that's a super mega win.
I don't think you understand how much that shit triggers me because
Like, Like-
whatchamacallit, fucking Tony showed me Tony showed me
Yeah.
that the Sentai equivalent before Megaforce came out, because he was like, dude, this one's so cool, you gotta watch this one. And I the only other Sentai that I had seen prior to then was Magi Ranger off of Tony's recommendation as well. I went and watched it and I'm like, oh, this is awesome, I can't wait to see what they do for this. And then
Yeah, no.
we get Megaforce and it pisses me off. Megaforce.
And super mega force.
no,
Because remember, Megaforce was the pirate.
I know.
Yeah.
no. Mega
Wait, no,
Force.
Megaforce was the angels.
Megaforce was the Angels. The pirate one is Super Megaforce.
Super Megaforce, yeah.
And I count
Which,
them as one.
which, by the way, like, I've been waiting for a pirate-themed Power Rangers season my entire
Yeah.
life, and this is what they did. I'm still upset.
But
We could
But
rant
hey,
about that.
the Sentai is better. The Sentai is
It
better.
is. But,
way better.
but point
League's
being,
better.
that's what makes him more annoying. I still find him annoying in the sub, but that little tick
Yeah.
fucking pisses me off.
But
Yeah,
but yeah,
More into the spoiler section when it comes to alt.
Yeah, we'll wait.
let's
We'll
see.
wait.
Basically he's like all the worst parts of early Roy.
No,
like,
he's the
amped
worst
up.
parts of early Ash.
Yeah.
True.
No,
True.
like
True.
he's way more of an Ash. People
True.
call Roy an Ash clone, and that still pisses me off to this day. Alt is an Ash clone.
True. Yeah, I can see that. But I will say that I do love Sableye,
Sableye is great.
which was doing great work because outside of Horizons, I never really cared for Sableye.
I've always liked Sableye. He's a little jewel gremlin.
Yeah, he's just a little guy.
And then the ongoing thing is there's an ongoing joke with him that I really like.
Oh, it's hilarious.
But yeah, it still overall. It
I
still
also
continues to be.
I also love the gag where Roy is just the fan. He goes, no, leave him alone.
Yeah.
I can't deal with him. Let's just go.
Overall, it continues all the great parts of Horizons. I continue to love how much personality they give to the Pokemon. I think my favorite though is Masquerada.
Oh yeah, Masquerade is always great.
Because at this point, she's just like fed up with everybody's shit. And there was that one point where it's like literally you hear her go, I don't know.
Yeah, no, Masquerade, she's past her angsty teen phase and now is just sassy young adult who is fed up with her parents' bullshit.
And her siblings bull.
Oh, and her
Yep.
siblings' bullshit.
And Hatterene
Hatterene.
is
Hatterene.
Hatterene.
She's not a Hatterene
Sorry,
yet.
Hatterene.
She becomes a Hatterene much later.
Pokemon, I confuse the evolutions.
It's okay.
But anyway, her like continue to be like the moderator sibling is great.
Yep.
Like the one point where she was like, "Everybody, just shut the fuck up and form a line."
Yep.
Because I just love that they can you can just basically hear what the Pokemon are saying.
It's one of the perks of Horizon's characters having smaller teams. Like, as much as that was one of my problems with Go from Journeys, is because Go's whole entire goal was about literally catching them all. You don't really get a feel for any of his Pokemon aside from Cinderace.
But but also just have to shout out, if we're talking about Pokemon, main man Cap.
Oh, yeah.
He continues.
Cap continues to be him. Like, obviously he misses his main man Freed. He gets to keep the protag goggles because Cap is the protagonist now.
But he now wears it as like a sash.
It's funny. Cap has the protag goggles, and like I made this joke when I first saw it. If you can go back in screen time and when I first made this joke, but I swear to God, they're not even trying. They make Mega Evolution just look like Digivolve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's Lucario Digivolve to Metal Lucario.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. Cause like they even do the same kind of sequence where they have like a fucking catchphrase like how they did with terrestrialization, but then they have like elaborate like energy focused like transformation sequences that remind me of the old school Digivolution sequences from Adventure at least. Like, oh my gosh, they're not even trying.
Yeah, to like where they have the symbol in the air. Like,
Yeah. Again, not even trying. It's just absolutely shameless.
Yeah. But I think that's all I can say without spoiling. But still really good. Really like it.
Okay, cool. Tony? Oh, Tony's muted. He stepped away. We'll wait for Tony.
So why don't you say you?
Oh yeah. I'll go. Tony's back. Tony's back. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
It wasn't that long. I was just looking at something. Apologies.
No problem.
One of the things that I noticed just looking at it, and it makes sense. I love that for this first part, they showed the determination of our leading characters in Liko, Roy, and Dot throughout the progression of this first part of the season.
Yeah.
And how depressed the adults were.
Yeah, and the thing about this arc, it's one of the big complaints a lot of people had at the time of Horizons when it first started airing in Japan among the fandom was that the kids were just kind of being hard carried by the adults, which is fair. They were.
Yeah.
Fair.
But this actually puts the kids way more in the driver's seat, and centers around their character development. Like,
I will say that the way that we started, I was a little worried that Dot was going to be put on the back burner, but I'll just say by the end she wasn't.
Oh yeah, no.
She remember.
Yeah, Dot's honestly the most important. I
Yeah,
never
I know.
I never thought
know.
Dot was on the back burner like from jump, because Dot's the one who got the shit started in the first place.
Yeah, but they also had her in like the person in a van type.
Yeah,
role in,
but
like,
but
first couple
but
episodes.
at the same time, like again, like
She
they
did
they,
stuff.
they,
I know.
they needed her to do that. It wasn't like she was not actively
No.
participating. She was still
I was
there.
just explaining my thought process, but
Yeah.
No,
yeah, and
I understand, but I'm just kind of defending I'm defending it because there are people who think Dot is kind of a background character. So I get kind of defensive on Dot because like people really underestimate Dot.
oh no, I love Dot.
Yeah, we know.
And
The thing that, especially the episode that she was in Levencia, really proved how useful Dot is.
yeah,
Yeah, so there was no worries there, at least in my mind. Also,
I was saying early on in like the first couple episodes.
right, yeah, I get you, but then again,
As someone who doesn't know the Japanese.
yeah, but in terms of, you also can see it in her characterization. She
Yeah,
will
the-
meet up eventually, so you kind of figure that she would be doing, like, she would be on the field.
And
doing
also it's like you could see the big difference between prior Dot and this Dot from the jump in the first place. I can understand having that hesitation, like knowing the characterization of past Dot, but from jump she's a lot more active than she was in the like first chunk of Horizons.
But anyway, moving on.
But the way I see it, like the kids really grew into their own, and I loved seeing that.
Oh yeah.
We'll get more into spoilers, and also for adults, they have understandable reasons for being depressed. But
Orla the most so.
more than the most, like it's a degree, it's like a sliding scale of depression, where it's just like one was like by choice and just like their own personal decision. One was like, I'm afraid, and the other was like, nah.
Nope, the love of my life is dead.
definitely the,
I'm fucking grieving.
Yeah,
And
I would-
definitely
I know it's not canon. They're not that they're into each other, but come on.
It definitely felt like yeah, we're not saying it, but
There was
Yeah.
I can tell you as somebody who was like watching the Japanese in real time, there was a huge theory when this arc was going on that Orla was pregnant.
oh,
yeah.
But
And,
I guess spoiler, but not really a spoiler. That's not the case.
Yeah, but we know that her and Free be doing some things.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like I see it, Jay sees it. Did you see it, Brian?
oh yeah. Like
There we go.
I was trying to say it, but y'all kept jumping on top.
Pause.
Apologies.
Whoa.
Damn.
We don't.
Damn, Brett.
He's in a committed relationship, and I don't like you like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like you like that either.
Okay, good. Glad we established boundaries.
Yeah, the boundaries are good. Boundaries are good, folks. But continuing on, Exceed, they just be on some different kind of bullshit in this season.
Oh yeah.
Like, we'll get in-
Also just confirms just my long-standing opinion that Coral is the absolute fucking worst.
Yeah, she's the weakest member of that squad, and also the dumbest. It's not a sexist thing. It's just she's legitimately not that bright.
No, she's not.
But this time she's like,
And
Also,
she really admits that she wants to be a villain.
also she let her ego get to her fucking head. Like, I mean, she
Yeah.
already had a big head prior, but now that Exceed is on top, she is insufferable.
Oh my god,
yeah.
yes. And with her having a Paradox Pokemon too, that's literally just a head for a body.
Yep.
I mean, it's perfect.
It is perfect. Match made in
Perfect.
heaven. They deserve each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
tail.
yeah.
But the story itself, the kids are just leading this charge to, do what they need to do. We'll get more into spoilers. I love that their journey, and the lessons they've learned throughout the previous season leads to this point. It meant something.
Also, just side note, this is the only thing I really have to say in the spoiler-free side for me. This, like, watching it in the dub, even after having already seen this arc in real time on the Japanese side, this just confirmed to me what I felt when I initially saw this, is that why do we have ult? Why couldn't Anne just be our fourth member? I love Anne.
Yeah, Anne's way better. And I want to know her team comp.
Oh shit, her team is fucking awesome. Her Samurott is a boss. I love that guy.
Yeah, because I want to know, because she mirrors Liko.
Yep. Yeah. No. She has a very solid team. We get a lot more of Anne in the Blueberry Academy arc, which is like 2 arcs from now.
Okay. So does she have at least more Pokemon than Samurott?
Yeah. She had. I think she has 3. She has 1 more. I think, if not 4. I don't remember, but I know she has at least 3.
Okay. Because her team comp is just look like 1 water type and 1 ground type.
Yeah, no, she has a little bit more. We get to see her more in the Blueberry Academy arc. Her and Liko train with Lacey. Pretty cool. Love
Nice,
Lacey.
but let's actually get into spoilers, because this is the spoiler part that I want to point out.
Okay, cool.
Those girls in the beginning at the Indigo Academy, they ain't shit.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, shit, cringe. It's like, it's proper cringe because school kids would do that.
And also, I mean, they don't know any better. Like, Exceed has a really good propaganda machine.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely they do. And like, I'm not disagreeing with that on the merits, but it's like, god damn. And it makes sense it took them a whole year just to actually hold that out. So they didn't know any better. But the epitome of just outright stupidity is that one motherfucker during the exhibition match for the Strong Spheres.
Oh my god.
Coral.
Oh my god, I hated him so much.
I looked at that motherfucker right there like, bitch, you ain't shit.
Oh, dude. Oh my god. And let's talk about the exhibition for the Strong Spheres. I remember seeing this episode and like for the first time and being like, oh my god, these guys are legit evil. Fuck Team Rocket. These guys are straight up evil. Team Rocket never actively hurt Pokemon. You never saw Team Rocket fucking try to fight unconscious Pokemon. They would stop after the Pokemon faint at the very least.
Yeah, but then,
Like-
then you get, well, that's the thing with Strong Spheres. You're infected with Lockwium, which makes the Pokemon go, fuck, I want to beat the shit out of everything.
Yep.
Oh, my friend? Nah, I'm going to take his ass. Huh.
Yeah,
They're more primal and more one-track minded.
and you could really see how much pain that they're in. Like, it kind of reminds me of how they describe what some Pokemon feel during Mega Evolution in their Dex entries.
Yeah, mostly it's the Sun and Moon decks that just went off the rails insane.
Yep. But, like, poor Glalie. Like, fuck you, Coral.
Yeah, that motherfucker, he's been your ride or die. Why you put him through shit?
And you always make him blow himself up. Like, can you imagine how much that has to do with how much that affects
health?
your mental health? Just your mom always telling you, essentially, hey, Glalie, kill yourself.
Yeah, and that's fucked. And also, I felt bad for Garganackle.
Yeah,
See?
right?
Oh,
Like, he
God.
cared for Garganackle.
And that's crazy, because like the fucking, Sidian, he seemed way more reasonable, right? Like, he's a bad guy, but he felt like one of those bad guys that is just doing his job,
Yeah, he is doing his job, but it's at the expense of Garganackle, which makes me
Yeah,
sad.
I didn't think that he was that.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he actually cared about his Pokemon. Was my thing.
Yeah, and it makes me upset because seeing Garganackle fall apart where his feet were. No.
Like,
No.
like at least we don't see my guy Zerk or Cat Ona, the crazy cat lady, do anything wild
Yeah.
like that. They're on their Amethio side quest, which takes ridiculously long to actually go anywhere. I will say that right off
Well,
bat.
I respect
I can
him,
kinda
though.
tell.
I respect that old bastard.
Yeah, but
'Cause
I can
I
kind of
love
tell that it's
that.
going to take a while because legit, I don't know if you noticed this, but literally it's one of the first scenes and one of the last scenes, and that's it
Yep.
for part
Yeah,
one.
for this entire part.
Yeah, for this entire part, and that's how it went when they showed this arc. Yeah, it takes forever. Also, I ship Amber and Diana. That's my personal headcanon.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of respect for Hamber. That old bastard said, Spadell ain't shit. I want you two motherfuckers to find
Hamber is Pokemon Alfred, and Amethio is his Master Bruce.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes he
And
acts a
then
bit
the
like Damien.
randos with
I
the
mean, no,
strokes.
Amethio's definitely more Bruce than Damien.
Yeah.
Bruce has edgy moments too. Let's not forget,
And
Bruce
if
is an
you
edgy
think about
guy.
No, I don't doubt that.
Yeah, Amethio's just young Bruce.
He is just.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, Meth
but
is young Bruce, but like the randos that use strong spheres, like we had fucking like the rando trainers. Let's go in order. Litten Smitten, Homegirl.
Which by the way, dope username. Dope username.
It's a dope username, but Homegirl was just like out of pocket for no reason.
I mean,
like,
no.
I could tell from the beginning that yeah, she was lying.
And I
yeah.
mean, like, and I look, as a VTuber fan, I totally get wanting to get your Oshi's attention.
Yeah,
but like,
there's an extent to
come
that,
on, fam.
You know?
But also trying to like not make your Oshi look bad, because
Yeah, but you also do the like you make the merch yourself, which is cool, but you
But
also run the risk.
but also at the same time, like if you know that these guys work for Nito Thing, like you don't think Nito Thing like is a good judge of character? Do you not trust your Oshi in that way? Like that feels weird to me. You know what I mean?
That's like out of pocket. That's like unnecessary drama.
which it was funny because she did have a bit of a turn when she found out that Liko was.
What's Brigatito love? Yeah, it reminds me of Naveen and Gwen a little bit.
Yeah, it did. But here's the dumbest thing, at least to me. I mean, it's cool because we had the grass dark type Miascarada and the fire dark type Incineroar. So we had the bipedal cats that are dark types.
Bad little pussies.
And part of me just is astounded that, like, for that particular episode alone, like, off jump, Litten, Smitten, and Alt want to be like, all right, let's box with these Firo and Do trio. And Lee Comer were like, nah.
Chill the fuck out. Like, relax. We can handle it.
They're starting to vibe. And then Litten Smitten was like, oh, good people wouldn't be doing, like, bad people wouldn't be, you know, making sure the Pokemon are calm and happy.
Yeah, and by the way, when bad people were gonna do what I was just about to do. Like,
exactly.
Come on, fam. You were about to just fucking box these Pokemon without even thinking about.
Yeah, and like my favorite interaction with these types of goobers is the prankster. Is because this motherfucker makes reaction content look bad. Like,
oh yeah,
you know those old school YouTube prank videos that are so staged, it's crazy.
Yeah, the it's just a prank bro era of YouTube.
But this motherfucker really took it to the extent because
that guy reminds me of like the social experiment era of YouTube. I fucking hated that shit.
Yeah, like this motherfucker wants to live that Stunfisk life, but at least he had a brain when he used that strong thought. Oh, Stunfisk's smile is gone. I don't like that.
Yep.
I don't need this thing because it doesn't make my Stunfisk smile. It makes him look pissed as fuck.
Like I really enjoyed like seeing our characters, like the kid in particular. Like Roy, I feel like was the star of the first part of post time skip.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like Liko doesn't come into her own until like I would say either the next part or really in the what I'm guessing would be the third part, the Blueberry Academy arc.
Personally, for me, I think it gets its start when she battled Katie.
Oh yeah, her rematch with Katie definitely kind of set her back on the right track.
Yeah, and also seeing like Pogogo going ham.
Mm-hmm. Pogogo is kind of her cheat code.
Yeah,
like
I mean it is a legendary Pokemon.
Yeah,
but he also acts like dumb baby, so it balances out.
Yeah, fair.
And it's still cute. That turtle is cute.
Adorable.
And at one point when he's eating pudding, he made cat face. Oh, my heart.
Oh man, and you know, Brian mentioned it earlier. Just the running gag with Save a Lie wanting to nom on Pogogo because he's made of gems.
I mean, it makes sense because Pogogo is just big crystal.
Yep.
He is the embodiment of terrestrial energy.
It's pretty hilarious. But all right, now that we're in spoilers, I get to finally just shit on
No,
Alt.
we've been spoiling, Jay.
Well,
we've been spoiling.
But I'm saying now that we're in the spoiler section, I finally get to shit on Alt. My God, I hate him. I hate
this man. I hate
him.
So Jay, you'll get this because you played Z8. He has the same sort of haircut as LeBron.
He does have the same kind of haircut as LeBron. He has the same kind of haircut as LeBron, and he has the same kind of energy as Part 2 DLC Kieran from Scarlet and Violet.
Oh my God. Ugh. But with cringier lines.
With cringier lines, yes. But which, fun fact, we do actually get to see Kieran in the Blueberry Academy arc. He makes a cameo.
Yeah.
He makes a cameo. So because people were confused, like, we've seen Carmine. Does Kieran not exist? No, Kieran exists. exists. He's there.
I am just befuddled. Like, okay, we know, like, Jay and I know why he's the way that he is, but man, it's gonna be a long road at this point.
No, and also, dude, it takes way too long to actually get his backstory, because you don't find out about Alt until the fucking Kalos mini arc, the 3-episode special, where you get the flashback that explains the origin of Piscario, which is what I'm gonna call him, because he's fucking piss-colored monstrosity, and
Yeah.
And like, what the deal is with that safari ball?
Yeah, so yeah,
No, that's a dusk ball.
it's a dusk ball.
That is it?
It's a dusk ball.
Dusk ball, sorry.
A safari ball is camel colored, but yeah, it's a dusk ball. And don't worry, folks. I won't say what's in it, but it is not a GS ball situation. There is actually a Pokemon in there, and it will come into play.
Yep.
The only hint I will give is that it is in fact connected to Alt's Mega Evolution related journey, and it is one of the new megas that we were introduced to in ZA.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, which part of me wants to understand, like, how the proper context of why the particular Pokemon in the ball is the way that it is.
It's an Iris situation, Tony. To give you a, it's an Iris situation.
Oh God.
It's an I can say that because like that's a good big enough hint for you without giving anything away for Brian. It's the exact same storyline with Iris and her Pokemon of that species.
Why?
But like handled. It's a combination of like Iris's plot and OG Charizard's plot.
God. I mean, I had a vague idea, but I want to see the context. Oh boy.
Yeah, it takes forever. The mon does pop out. It's cool, and it's a great reveal, and like it's a good payoff. But like it takes a long time, and I'll be honest with you, as cool as that mon and that mega is, it's not worth having all. We could have gave that mega to Anne, or to like Roy. Give Roy that mega instead of the piss-colored Lucario.
Or since it wasn't released during that, we could have had the other Lucario.
We could have had. This could have been our introduction to Z Lucario, which I would have accepted more.
Dude, that would have been so badass. Because
Would have been
Lucario.
Z Lucario is so much cooler. Z Lucario.
Unfortunately, it wasn't released at the time.
Yeah,
so we couldn't have that.
and they
We
didn't
couldn't have
and,
nice things.
and they didn't want to spoil it for the game, so I get it. But like, still, hopefully he'll get the Z Mega Stone. Roy will, and he can like change shit out.
Actually, in looking at Mega Lucario Z, it changed out the color.
Yep.
Maybe the body color, but I know its ear colors changed.
Yep.
To like purple.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that on the Japanese side, Roy will get a Mega Lucario Z or Lucario Knight Z, because like playing Mega Lucario kind of sucks. And we just, speaking as somebody who watched Journeys, we just had a Mega Lucario hog the spotlight. So like,
Yeah.
I would like something else.
Yeah, but I gotta admit, Sableye being the only Pokemon that's actually used by Alt, that little dude, he's a scrappy little
Sableye
dude.
puts in work. I love Sableye. Sableye is the only reason I can tolerate Alt, because I like Sableye.
Yeah. Little dude is a scrappy guy.
And he's his like wanting to eat Bagogo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That
It's a
gag is
funny
hilarious.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, when we got to Karna and her factory, just trying to recruit fucking Orla and her very valid depression, like the depression on that girl is valid.
Also, I really like, I don't like it. One of the other things that I like find really annoying about Alt is his other quirk, the ew, girls have cooties, or like,
Homeboy was just like,
Which
girls scare me.
I will say that I knew they weren't gonna go this route because Japanese. But in the beginning, when it was just Ligo that he was treating like that, I was like, does this boy have a crush on Roy?
Dude, everybody in the fandom thought that when the episodes were first coming out. It's like, oh, he's into Roy.
No, he is he's just afraid of women.
He's just afraid of women.
I know.
He's just afraid of the women.
And I know the reason
He
why he's afraid of
he
women.
also thought Dot. I'm gonna spoil a joke that comes up later. This whole time he thinks Dot's a dude.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was in
Was that in this
chunk.
part? I don't remember if this was in this chunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was in this
Yeah.
part. It's
Yeah.
in this part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He.
when they meet Murdoch, and
Yeah.
he calls Dot his niece.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also,
It's been a while.
that Lycanroc became Big
Oh,
Chungus.
dude,
Oh.
I'm so sad he lost. Dude, he loses weight, and it's the greatest disappointment of my life. I love chunky Lycanroc.
But also, it could not be healthy for him.
I know it can't be healthy for him, but it was
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah, he was adorable, but not healthy.
Nah.
He looked healthy, but I'm not a pokey vet.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like,
But I get that. It's the same reason why kind of disappointed in Yamper's evolution.
dude, don't get me started. As a corgi owner, I love Yamper, but Bolton sucks.
It's just a big hound. But point being,
But yeah,
like Jay, you and I know the reason why Alt here is scared of the Whammon. I think he has a valid reason for being scared of the Whammon.
yep, he does.
But it sometimes it goes too far. Like this, and also I can't, because it's relatable, yes, but it's also kind of dumb. You get motion sickness and you're joining a group
That rides on an
travels across
airship,
the
yeah.
world.
And also, like, you get motion sickness, but you want to fly on a Rayquaza?
Like, bro, and also, why do you want to copy the dream of your homeboy?
I mean,
Like-
it's more of an ego thing. He wants to show up, Roy.
Yeah, but I get it, I really do. But fuck, dude,
He
you're like that try hard, like quote unquote friend.
he's Roy's Vegeta, but not as cool.
Yeah,
I love
That's
Vegeta.
true.
I hate Ult.
So, like, Vegeta, I can have a beer with that guy.
Listen,
Like,
I respect Vegeta.
Yeah.
I don't respect Ult at all. Like, even after finding out his backstory, even though his adopted mom is the best,
yes.
we stand that lady in this house. And
Okay.
I won't say who. I'll tell Brian later, but I'll tell Brian off camera. But I won't spoil it for you guys.
Yep.
But his adopted mom is the best. You'll see her in the Kalos arc. Which does not explain why he has this crippling fear of the Whammon. But
I completely understand why he has fear of the Whammon.
but you know, it is what it is. I will say, Freed, like, I get it, buddy. You were on the run, but like you could have called your friend a little sooner.
Really, he was just calling then, because the way I thought it was saying was that he left it earlier, but because Dot didn't bring up the app, she didn't get it until now.
Nope, he left it there. He left it a month ago.
Oh yeah, and he's been gone for a year.
Yeah, so there was a whole 11 months.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it, like, not within the first few weeks or so, like, you don't message them right away, but like 11 months of just letting people think, letting your friends think you're dead, it's like, Freed, buddy.
And one person who's definitely
Let's be real. Your girlfriend, you're gonna let your girlfriends think you're dead?
yeah.
Like, at least tell Orla. Orla could keep a secret.
Oh yeah, to the fact where I do like that whole thing where she told everyone that she broke down the ship, but really,
Yep, she was just but and I also like that she kept it together, because it's like, I'm not gonna make the Pokemon homeless. All the airship mon,
Yeah.
like, you know, have made this place their home. She's not gonna tear that down.
I did like some of the evolution of some of the airship mon, like how Mousehold.
Yep, was working with Molly now.
Yep.
Yeah, and then also which one is it? I always get their names mixed up. Sinistra.
Oh, Sinistea. Sinistra is the green tea version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sinistea was just out there causing pranks.
Yeah, just pranking people. Yeah, it's funny. Also, seeing an older Nurse Joy is so weird. Like, when we got to
Yeah.
actually see Molly's mom, I'm like, oh my god, Nurse Joy's can age. Whoa.
They still look really good for their age.
Like slight hair change, maybe one or two wrinkles.
Yeah, but they still
Yeah.
look, and they still look the same. But it's still really, but it's even though there's not that many differences, it's huge when you look at it in comparison. Because it's like, wow, it's not like it's not a big difference, but you can tell you're old Molly's mom. I want to know who's Molly's dad. Do Nurse Joyce just like reproduce asexually? How does that work?
I don't think so. The dads just have recessive genes, I guess.
Like, are there like there's Nurse Joy, but is there like Dr. Happy?
Like
Dr. Happy.
I don't know. I couldn't.
No.
I couldn't think of a synonym.
No, Dr. Happy. Dr. Happy sounds more like that
the
was.
pills help you go night night.
Well, to me, that sounded like street name.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, but if you're like in a fucking like after school special,
I don't know. I couldn't think of a. I
Well,
couldn't
that-
think of.
that makes
I
me
couldn't.
think, like,
I
that
couldn't
might
think of
be,
a synonym for joy off the top of my head. I was like,
Criminal Collins alter ego.
Dr.
Yeah.
Happy for Crime Collins. Dr. Happy.
Collins.
nah.
Oh man.
Come up with something better than that.
I-
Dr. Happy's lame as hell.
I couldn't think of a good synonym for joy. Well, put on the spot. Okay. I was like,
No, you're good.
I like blue collar Joe.
he's got to be some kind of also medical professional, like fucking pharmacist Frank.
Pharmacist Frank. Yeah.
You know, Nurse
Hey,
Joy,
Frank.
pharmacist Frank.
Now, does he have pink hair?
I mean,
Nope.
I would guess so because
I think you have like red hair.
he
You're
probably
just
has
being-
red, and
as fuck.
that's why you have the different variation. Like, cause
Yeah.
Molly's is like not all the way pinkish.
And I would betting money that she would get her attitude from dad.
Yeah, no, pharmacist Frank definitely. I'm sticking with it.
We let her.
He's-
That's one thing. That's one thing that is a stereotype out there. Pharmacists that are secretly freaks.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know, everybody thought Dr. Doomsford was a pharmacist the whole time.
But
But
by far, but I think we'd said our piece.
yeah,
Unless we want to.
Orla's was my favorite arc of the let's bring the team back together portion. Like, I think
I agree with
hers
that.
held the most weight.
But I do also like that they incorporated like some of the other characters with those arcs. Like it wasn't just like them on their own. Like we got to see like recurring.
Yeah. Like Karna, we got to see, of course. We just talked about her. Katie, I was like,
Yeah.
with
saw
Murdoch's arc.
Iono?
Yeah, we saw Iono when in Levincia. Which I cannot wait for them.
Academy?
I cannot wait for them to introduce Kanari in the anime.
Yep.
They have not introduced Kanari yet. I want to know what the dynamic between Nito Thing, Iono, and Kanari is like.
Yeah.
I'm
And
curious.
in
but-
that final episode, we got like in the final like couple episodes, we got like the teachers back and
Oh yeah, and
Sayu.
my man Alejandro Sav, aka Kagi Films, aka Sayu, is the fucking bio teacher who is honestly one of my favorite characters from Scarlet and Violet. Jacques.
Yep.
That,
Indeed.
That motherfucker, he looked like he was a bit zooted.
He does.
Oh, he was so totally like hyper fixating.
Nah, man was stoned.
He looked high.
Yeah, he did.
Also, thank God we had Spanish Clavel again.
Yep.
As he should be.
I know, dude. It's always bugged me with this with the anime in general that they don't get regional accents for their for their characters, which is funny because they got a Hispanic voice actor for Jacques of all people. His name is Jacques, and you actually get a Hispanic voice actor for the character named Jacques.
And,
But
Clavel, he's the only one who's a pokey Spaniard.
Yep, it's so
yeah,
weird.
But also in that arc, I will say is in like when they go back to the school is probably my favorite moment involving Alt.
Oh, when he
Which is
gets
just
captured by
the, like,
Hariyama.
Well, also the Benny Hill-esque chase that's just going on in the background while they're all chatting.
Oh yeah, after he steals
Yeah.
food. Like, does that
'Cause
kid have
you're-
money?
Monomoto's just like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Like, does that kid even have money? Like,
No, bro, all the pancakes are meant for everybody else,
cause
remember?
Oh, yeah.
he's like canonically homeless. We never see him.
Nah, man's a street bum.
I mean, Roy technically.
No, Roy's not homeless. He has a home. He's just a country bumpkin who lived on an
There's
island.
a difference, Brian.
He had a home.
Oh yeah, he at least has a guardian.
He was
Yeah, Grandpa.
cause Alt is just out in the wilderness, just camping. He's homeless.
That's
He's just
crazy.
homeless.
That's crazy, Brian.
Up until he didn't get a home until he joined the Rising Bolt Tacklers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that motherfucker.
Also, we never
right
saw.
there,
We saw
that
his.
boy lived in the dirt.
Yeah.
I
But also, to be fair with Roy, we saw his grandpa, but we never saw his.
I will spoil
Yeah.
this part of Alt's backstory. He is a French street bum.
He is French.
he's French, and he grew up on the street, literally on the streets. He was homeless.
Yep.
He and until he gets taken in by a very nice lady who we are very who people who have played X and Y and especially Legends EA are very familiar with.
Yeah, my god. But also Roy's battle with Nimona, like an S tier battle.
I love that. I also love their friendship because she matches Roy's Goku energy perfectly.
With her Goku energy.
Yeah, and I don't mind her verbal tics with the whole fruitful thing. It's cute and endearing. Alt adding Mega to everything is just annoying.
Well, it also doesn't help that with the whole Mega thing it's like, all right, we get it. Mega is the current it thing now.
Yeah. Mega Evolution has been a cool concept in Pokemon since it was introduced in Gen 6. We get it, Alt. We get it.
It's cool. You're French. It's your region's gimmick. I understand.
Yeah, you don't have to be that guy or that autistic person about it.
But yeah, the whole entire fact that Nimona and Roy have this great battle, and then she's immediately like, again.
So after you match up, do you want to have a rematch? And I love it. Alt's like, no, he's probably tired. You should battle me next. And then immediately is like, nope, I'm good. Well, at first she's like, okay, cool. But then that gets interrupted.
The biggest surprise.
Then Penny's like,
yeah, Penny.
You and I on the court now.
And I love that it shows Penny's character development because like most people don't know. Like if you're just casually watching, but the anime takes place like timeline wise post game in Scarlet and Violet and post DLC, which is why in the most recent episode that involved a certain Mochi demon, he does not have the Loyal 3 because the Loyal 3 were released during the DLC.
She has Flareon and Sylveon.
The best evolution and the worst one.
Yeah.
Like legitimately the worst.
Like I love you aesthetically, Flareon. You look big and floofy, but like I would never use you in battle. I would literally use any other evolution. Hell, Glaceon has been putting in work for me in ranked battles in ZA. Love Glaceon.
Yeah. It's Flareon is one of those ones where it's like
it's not Flareon's fault. It's fucking Game Freak's fault for not giving this poor thing physical fire move.
And also
it strives best in like then we fight type videos where they can change things like when they give it an actual move that it can use. Just like it doesn't even Flareon doesn't even get flame charge, dude. Like no, but probably the most broken Pokemon in Then We Fight videos though is Regigigas.
Oh, if you take away slow start, yeah.
Because usually they give them random abilities.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Any ability is better than
slow
slow
I was gonna say there's a reason Regigigas was given slow start. Like the same reason fucking Slacking is given Truant. That's why if you fucking pair a Slacking with like Galarian Wheezing or just Wheezing in general, it can get kind of nasty.
Neutralizing gas.
Yep.
Yeah, but whatchamacallit, I think I saw a thing where the main man himself was doing a short about that and how that was a big strat back in the day.
Oh yeah. Wolfie actually did that as a whole thing.
Yeah, but whatchamacallit, back to the show though. That Slacking episode was great.
Oh yeah. It really gets to show Roy's development as a character, his confidence, him stepping into Freed's shoes without just trying to be Freed. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that. He's still Roy, although he doesn't get to fully lean back into being Roy until where we are currently, like sub-wise in Pokemon. He doesn't get to show those older parts of his personality that we've all grown to know and love. Like he doesn't really start to sing along with Crocalor until like a few episodes ago, current day.
He did sing along in one episode.
I mean, yeah, like in when he was like calming the Dotrio and stuff. I'm talking about like his in battle like pump up singing that he used to do all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He hasn't done. He doesn't. He won't do that until much later on. Which some people hated it and were glad that he didn't do it. But personally, that was one of the things that I liked about him that like added to his personality.
Yeah, I'm kind of like honestly both. Where I do find it annoying, but also it seems like part of his personality now.
I mean, you know, I'll take singing in battle over adding Mega to every sentence. I'm just saying.
Like I can't even tell you guys that for a while there, that was my like go-to trigger if I wanted to trigger these guys. Like if I just wanted to be a little shit and trigger these guys, just start doing that tick.
But like I hate him. I hate him so much because he takes all the annoying parts of shonen. Like I love shonen, right? But he takes all the annoying parts of shonen protagonists and just crushes them into one character. Like
Even as a spiky hair.
I'm saying, and I don't like him, and he doesn't get better. Like it's not a Kenta situation where he just doesn't learn, because he does learn, and like he tones it down, but he doesn't like ever get rid of the stuff that's annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. Final thoughts and rating. We started with you, Brian, so we'll start with you again, and then I'll end us off.
Oh God.
Tony will be in the middle.
I don't know, cause weird. Cause this is gonna be. I know they're both anime, but still, it seems like a weird comparison. But it seems kind of like when we did our Fragrant Flower review, where it's just like, except for minus one character, I guess you could say. But is that worth a whole half of a point? One single character?
I can tell you. This is probably the lowest I've scored Pokemon Horizons, and yes, it has to do with that character, but it also has to do with I don't like Exceed. I think Exceed is pretty lame.
Oh, yeah. And to be fair, that plot with them kind of just seemingly comes out of nowhere. So yeah, and also just the concept of the whole what did they call it? A Powerball?
Strong sphere.
Strong Sphere.
Strong sphere.
Which, just as the concept was so meh that it didn't even stick in my head, like the name. So yeah, I still really enjoyed it though, because
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, in comparison, for me, this is gonna be the lowest I've rated Horizons, because you know what? Fuck it. I'll go first.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
Because I actually, talking with you now, I have solidified for me.
Okay.
And it is not my lowest, but that's because I have been harsher about Horizons as a whole than you guys. And I think 9.5.
Huh. That's way higher than I was expecting.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. I you know what? I know I said I'd go last, but I'll go next. I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm giving it an 8.
Really?
Giving it an 8.
Explain why, because that might make me change, because I literally just finished watching it right before we recorded.
But see, here's the difference for me though. It's because I also know how the series is paced, and watching this arc again made me realize how slow this first arc is.
Which is a fair criticism.
Like,
It is.
when I was in the same position as you, Brian, and I was watching this in real time, didn't notice it as much. But like watching it again and then realizing where this is gonna lead and how long they drag certain things, I'm just like, wow, this is slow as fuck.
Yeah.
Exceed is super lame, and there's no real focus here until like much later. Wow, like, because with the Laqua and Explorer stuff, the villain plot was right from go. You know what's going on. They have a goal. You know what they're doing, and their appearance moves the plot forward. They felt way more like Team Rocket in this first chunk than they ever have before.
Especially the Tauros duo.
Who, by the way, you will never see again. Those were just one-off.
Yeah, and the marine businessmen that were with them.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that I'm talking through it with you, I totally get it. So we've done this before, and this isn't because of what you said.
Yeah.
But I am gonna make an alteration.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I'm saying 8 because I have future knowledge, so that's a bit of an advantage for me as well. But like,
I know.
now that I've watched this, now that this is my technical second time seeing it and like looking at it in reference to how the show goes, it's paced like molasses. The only the team getting back together should not have taken this long. Like we could have just had this conversation in one go, and we could have been moving to the actual plot that matters.
True.
There's stuff with Freed that I have a problem with now that I can't talk about until later, because it won't make sense to you until when Freed comes back. But seeing this part again now now I'm just like, wow, this is stupid. Freed, why are you doing this?
But I totally get it, which is why, like I said, because we have said this before, recency bias is a thing.
Oh yeah.
And you said it yourself, Jay, that you rewatching it changed your opinion. So
Yeah.
you like pointing out all the things.
And like I said, when I was in your position 2 years ago, I definitely would have probably scored it. I would have scored it way higher than I would now.
But I do think that it is still. I'm gonna change my score. It's not as low as you, so I'm not trying to be conformity with you. But I do think for me, who doesn't know the Japanese stuff, that it's solidifying at a solid 8.5.
Also, one of the things that I didn't really complain about that I will complain about in my final thoughts and ratings. Kilowattrel is just a fucking taxi. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He's just the flying bus.
Yeah.
Like, and again, spoiler, but not really. That just continues, and just seeing how early this shit starts, I'm just like, man, nah, that sucks for my guy.
The reason why that happened is because Crocalor basically took his spot when Lucario took Crocalor.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I hate Lucario. Can't stand him. And also, Lucario has no personality whatsoever.
Oh no,
None. He's just,
Nah.
I'm here
He's
to he literally is just an aura farmer.
Yeah.
Like remember when I said this is for people at home. Remember when I said that when the Pokemon talk, you can like tell what they're saying. Lucario at most,
He grunts at people.
like that silent badass, quote unquote badass who likes to sit in the corner.
Like, and we don't get any of his personality until you get the flashback. But even then, like, okay, you had personality. Where is it? Why don't you show it anymore? And he still, to this day, is just stoic badass Pokemon. TM.
Do not steal.
Which, again, we already had that with Ash's Lucario, who also lost his personality via evolution because Riolu was great. And then he became a Lucario and became boring.
I mean, hell, even Hariyama had more personality, and
Oh,
he was only in like one episode.
I love Dendra Toriyama. Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But yeah, solid 8. It's good. And it's a good start. But like, again, with my clairvoyance EX and just like the ability to rewatch it really kind of shows me the cracks in early post time skip Horizons.
What you're saying is it's the hardest part, but trust me, it gets better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is definitely the slowest part, but it gets way better after this. Blueberry Academy is one of my favorite Pokemon arcs, period. I think the Blueberry Academy arc is awesome. I did, yes. But yeah, no.
It doesn't stop it from being true.
It does not stop it from being true, because it is. It gets much better, and also we get more development for Mon that like deserve it, like, you know, Hatchram, obviously, you know, the later evolution from Crocalor to Dirge, which again I've talked about on screen time and stuff. There's a lot of great stuff down the line. In the most recent episode, the latest addition to Lico's team finally got access to the item we've all been waiting for.
Sorry for derailing your final thoughts.
No, it's fine. But yeah.
But one other thing that I forgot to mention, that just my little joke thing made me think about it. I was kind of disappointed with this theme song.
Dude, theme song was really lame. I like the visuals. I like the showing like Sprigatito's journey and like Coco's journey and stuff like that. But the theme song itself was really lame, which is disappointing because like Horizons has kind of kept up the Pokemon tradition of having catchy opening. But like I happily skipped the opening for season 3.
But when they like had the original theme song, where it's the hardest part, trust me, better.
Yeah, but yeah.
I rarely skip that.
Yeah, no, it's not as good. But yeah, Tony, final thoughts and ratings. Pokemon Horizons Season 3, Part 1.
It is an 8.5.
Okay, cool.
And I agree with your percent. It's still great. Don't get us wrong. It's just could have been a little less slow. Let's just go with that. Let's just.
Also, the reason my score is so low is because I know how good this gets.
Yeah.
And this is not anywhere as good in comparison to the stuff I've seen currently.
Yeah.
Oh, we have said multiple times with like things that we know have like multiple seasons and stuff, that seeing the future stuff could change.
Yep. And that's kind of the thing for me. It's like being a manga reader and watching an anime. Like, oh, this is just the setup. Don't worry. Like it's real slow, but once we get past this, they really start to cook, and I think they do. But you want to talk about something that is past the setup phase? Brian, why don't you tell the lovely folks at home what we'll be covering next week, because we are excited.
Well, we are continuing apparently just as like a heads up, January is apparently sequels to stuff we've covered, because next up we are doing the season 2 for 1,000 Blows.
Yeah, that's right. Hezekiah Moscow is stepping back into the ring. Will he make it out alive? We'll find out next week. Definitely excited for this one. But yeah.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
See what fuckery Mary
oh my god,
gets them into this time.
Mary's gonna get them into tons of bullshit. We know how Mary operates. That is one messy broad, that Mary.
That she is messy.
But yeah.
Tune in next time to hear our thoughts on 1,000 Blows Season 2.
And don't forget to do all the usual YouTube things. Like the video, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any future content, which includes, including but not limited to, new podcast episodes, solo reviews, and the occasional duo review with any combination of the three of us. So look forward to all that. And if you're listening to this within the first week of its release, be sure to hit that hype button, because it really does help. It is a super useful new feature, and I think definitely part of the reason a lot of our stuff has gone up substantially in views, way past our expectations, to be honest. Like our Knives Out video, for example. I did not expect that to do nearly as well as it has done.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, so until next time, we will catch you later. Peace.